Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Rise of Tiamat. Unfortunately, last week's session was cut very short due to high winds, which knocked my power out, so we only had a very brief 25-30 minute session, something along those lines. That recording unfortunately will not be available. The really only thing that occurred in that period of time is the team was looking around the room that they had been in and got into another battle as they explored, sort of looked through one hallway, found a trap on the ground, found this archway painted into the wall, and then there was this battle that was triggered that is currently ongoing. So yeah, team, we will jump right into the thick of things and get underway. Alright, so bringing everybody back over to the area of action here. Alright, this is where we're at. Let me go ahead and put on some more up-tempo music. Okay, and appreciate the note that Spectre left for us here, which was that the Snake Man had shot twice, hit one time. We didn't roll the damage yet from that on Hugo, so we'll resolve that damage, and then it'll be the rest of his movement of what is remaining, and then go from there. So yeah, so Hugo, just as a reminder, you rolled an 11 on the first defensive roll. That's what struck you. The second one you did roll a nat 20, so obviously not struck there. So I'm going to go ahead and post damage from that arrow to apply it to Hugo.
Okay. Hey, can you guys hear me? Been having issues. Nice. What's up, guys?
All right, so there's that damage applied to Hugo, so 6 piercing and 8 poison. After firing that shot, you will notice the creature moves to the west, and then it will be Armini's turn.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what we were doing. I guess she will try to get that guy back in sight. She can see this one. And she's going to hit him with Sacred Flame.
Alright, so Armini steps up towards that area, calls down some Sacred Flame upon the creature. Go ahead and give me a spell effect roll there, Armini.
Oh, weird. Oh, never mind. It's working now.
Alright, as you try to call that energy down upon the creature, you notice it is able to evade it and is not struck for any damage.
Get behind us. We'll protect you.
Okay, Armini, as you are making your way southward to get near to Gale, the one that you struck with that Sacred Flame, or attempted to strike, you notice it moves into the doorway, tracking your movement the entire way, and fires off a couple of shots at you. I'll need 2 defensive rolls, Armini. Okay, both of these arrows manage to connect against you, Armini, striking into your body. You will suffer. 6 and 5 is 11, another 11 is 22, and 3 is 24 total points of damage. If you have any resistances to poison or anything, obviously take that into consideration, but assuming not, 24 points of damage. The creature then moves out of the doorway, and we move over to this lizard folk's turn. The lizard folk is going to push past its stunned ally, getting up to Rasmus. Rasmus, as it gets up next to you, it is going to attempt to shove you to the ground. So make your choice of athletics or acrobatics check here.
Sure. I will do athletics.
Alright, as it attempts to shove you down, you resist it and are not shoved down. On its second attack, it is going to swing out with its heavy club. One defensive roll, please.
Okie dokie. I do have a +2 to this because I spent my last round doing my attacks for agile parry.
Okay, so with a 14, unfortunately, that will still connect as the heavy club smashes you in the shoulder for 6 bludgeoning damage. This large snake creature has since been slain, so we'll remove him from initiative, and that gets us to Gale's turn.
Finally, it's my turn to go into the hallway to the west. So I will move. See, 5, 10, 15, 20. Look. And then I will go. So is this, I can go straight ahead and that would be 25, right?
You could, yep.
25 there. And then I will go another 5. So it's my third. Oh, there are 2 of them up here.
Kill them both, Gale.
I'm out of feet. And I don't have action surge. I burned that. Okay, so I am going to... But they're just going to shoot arrows at me. Man, it sucks using action to go 5 feet.
Tactical gameplay at its finest. What to do?
No, I know what I will do. I will face step 5 feet. Bonus action, right? Then I use my action, yes. I'm going to burn my face step.
Okay, use your last phase step to go there as bonus action.
Yes, and then he gets 1 damage of fire, I think, is because I'm a Summer Ladrin. After I use my
Can you
face
post
step.
that one for me?
I gotta Google it.
Oh, that's not something that's on your sheet?
No, my Ladrin stuff isn't on here. But I have to get my book out usually, and I have to find it actually.
I gotcha. Immediately after using Phase Step, each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum of 1 damage.
Thus 1 damage.
Okay, so 1 point of damage to this guy.
It's gonna matter.
Excellent. Now I can seal, and I'm going to swing my sword at him, and I'm going to hero point this because I have him.
Okay, we will add 10 to that, so yes, a 29 will certainly hit. You slash into the snake man's chest, cutting him a bit.
Okay, and then I will go again.
That will hit as well. Cutting him again in the arm this time.
There are 2 of them, and I am in the fight in the fatal funnel.
You went up there whenever we got 4 more down here, so I don't know.
No, that's the plan. Last time, Rasmus is going to handle those guys, and I'm going to handle these guys taking shots at us in the hallway.
Okay.
Rasmus has 1 eye open because the other one is swollen shut.
This one steps in. Now, thanks to the light source there and having line of sight, notices Spectre. And Spectre, you're going to this lizard folk tries to shove you to the ground. Your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Let me find out which is higher. Probably acrobatics, it sure is. Acrobatics check?
Yes, please. Yes, as the lizard folk tries to shove you to the ground, you manage to nimbly evade that. He then follows up with trying to bash you with his spiked shield. Defensive roll. Yes, and you manage to twist around and evade that as well. Oh, looks like that one actually came from your old sheet, so if you've got both open, you might want to just close that, but it should be the same number, so no worries there.
Just choose whichever one's higher.
Alright, so let's see. This guy is going to also move in, and he is also going to target you here, Spectre. So once again, tries to shove you to the ground. Another acrobatics check. Once again, you manage to evade that. He then follows it up with trying to bite you as his jaws leap forward, trying to clench down upon you. Defense roll.
Okay.
This
So
one,
I'm clicking the defense roll on my
bar,
New sheet
so
is
maybe I have to
shuffle.
make a new one. Yeah.
Is
Maybe
it?
I have
Are you
to make a
selecting
tracker.
your token when you do? Oh, actually, no. I
Yeah.
know what that is. Hang on one sec. So the token is the same. So all I did was do the connection. So let me just change this real quick. Okay, so that should solve that issue. Okay, so that
It's the
bite-
same.
It's the
stat.
same. Yeah, no mechanical differences here. So this bite does indeed clench down upon you, and that will deal 4 points of piercing damage to you.
Well, I'm looking rough.
All right, this guy is stunned. Now he was stunned by the monk thing, and I believe it's stunned to the end of his turn.
And the end of Rasmus's turn, yes.
End of your next turn. Okay, so he was stunned. So at the end of Rasmus's turn, he will be unstunned. Okay, so that moves us to the top of the next round to Spectre.
Alright, these guys are closing in here. I am gonna drop my bow here. That's a free action, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my bow and I'm gonna draw my scimitar and my short sword via dual wielder, because I can do that both at the same time.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna target the one in between me and Rasmus here with my first attack, which is the scimitar.
Yes, that will connect.
And this should apply sneak attack as well, because he's next to an ally. So 18 to him.
Wounds the lizard folk.
Alright, I probably need to... go for the kill here. I think we need to swing the action economy in our favor. So I'll make a second attack at the same guy. Certainly.
Yes, that will hit as well.
14. And then...
Creature is slain.
And then I will move into his space and out of the trapped hallway here, and just sidle up with Rasmus here and hope that it makes it harder for them to flank us. And I will target the wounded one with my bonus action offhand here. So this is just a regular short sword, I think. Where is my short sword?
I don't think we've seen you dual wield in several sessions. Did you have a short sword?
I did. The one from the bottomless dungeon.
Oh,
I don't know what
yes.
happened to it.
So
but-
I didn't add that because the bottomless dungeon magic would have faded, but it would be a
Yeah,
regular
it's
short
a regular
sword at this
short
point.
sword, yeah.
So yeah,
I'll just-
just drag one from the compendium and it'll pop right
Yeah.
in there on your sheet.
Yeah, no worries. Unlock. Go. There it goes. Okay. So, third attack on, that guy at the top there. As soon as I get this to work again. Sorry. Go.
Alright, you stab forth with the short sword and it does indeed connect.
Or 9.
Okay, and you're skilled at fighting with those two weapons, which allows you to add your attribute modifier to that. Yes, you wound the lizard folk.
Yes, sir. I've been hiding my power level.
Nice.
Alright, next up is Rasmus.
Okie dokie. So, first thing you guys are going to see Rasmus do is he's all bloody and he's taking a few hits and he's going to take a second and he just calms himself. And you see him kind of straighten his posture a lot. And then he opens his eyes, and what he does, these sparks kind of pull off of him and his horns get longer and his muscles get more intense and he's going to go into his rage.
Alright, bonus action rage.
And then he is going to take his first swing, kind of as he's in his postured position. He's going to draw his axe up and then take his first swing at the guy that Spectre was just hitting.
Okay. Oof.
Oof.
That is going to be a fumble. Go ahead and roll that. We'll see what happens. Okay, you are knocked prone and your movement is reduced to 0. Your target must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity check, or they are also knocked prone. So because I may have you guys make all the rolls, go ahead and roll me a d20. I will take the inverse value, so essentially you want to roll high, and that will be low for him. Okay, so that's a 17 for him, so he succeeds on that. Is not knocked prone, but you are.
All right. Well, I guess as I fall onto my back, I'm gonna kind of do the MMA posture where they get ready on their back, and he's gonna throw up a kick. See if he can kick that guy. Because I can't get up, my movement is 0, right?
Correct.
All right, let's go for a kick.
That will connect.
Okie dokie. Oh, sorry about that.
And that will be enough as you kick the lizard folk for it to be slain as its leg is snapped and it falls down dead.
That's all I got.
Alright, so at the end of your turn, this lizard folk is now no longer stunned. Alright, next up is Kurtu.
Okay, Kurtu's going here. He's going to attack the guy down below.
Alright, you line up a shot at the lizard folk to your east, and yes, your firebolt does connect, singeing the lizard folk badly.
Alright, that was 4, 5, 6. I'll go there and I'll end my turn here.
Okay, and we're up to Hugo.
Hugo's gonna sort of clock the scimitar the Spectre pulled out. Is like, nice blade. And then he turns and runs.
Isn't gonna use it on you.
To get here. And he is going to cast Toll the Dead on the front snake person.
Okay, you cast Toll the Dead on the creature. Spell effect roll at disadvantage as this creature has magic resistance.
Oh,
This will
dang.
count as a spell fumble for you, Hugo. Go ahead and roll a spell fumble.
Wow. From
You
rags,
promised we were
from riches to
rolling much
rags.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the two
No.
opposite extremes right there.
All right, so is that under the critical hit, or is that
It will be under fumble. If you just click fumble, you'll see the three options: melee, ranged, or spell.
I don't have it on my toolbar.
If you don't have a fumble button on your toolbar, then you've been doing very well so far. But to get it onto your bar, top right, you'll see that bulletin list icon. Scroll down till you find the macro called fumble, and then just check in bar, and it should pop in the bottom on your bar.
It's a very important macro for us.
All right. I'm never gonna have to use it again. Don't worry.
All right, so as you're really focused on this spell, you cast the spell at him, and it has no effect on him. And in addition, he will take the partial damage because of your special ability. But in addition to that, he will have advantage on his first attack roll against you next round.
Okay. And so he takes half damage from the 13 for that, and then I guess that's the end of Hugo's turn.
Okay, we move to this creature's turn. He is going to drop the bow at his feet, step up to here, looking towards you, Gale. As he steps up, you notice he draws quickly to bear a scimitar in his hand. He will first swing out with that scimitar at you, and I'll need a defensive roll, Gale. You manage to evade that. You see he then stretches forward with his long neck and tries to bite you. I'll need another defensive roll. Yes, once again, you manage to evade that as well. From there, he will step away. You can take an opportunity attack if you wish, Gale. You swing your blade and do indeed manage to connect against him. Wounding him, and then you will see he continues to move. Okay, next up is Harmony.
When I look at Spectre, I'm seeing multiple health bars on top of one another. Can you tell me which one is his?
Spectre
hers?
is looking quite healthy. It's the lizard folk underneath that's probably near or is dead, but you're seeing a real little one.
I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to preserve life. I don't think there's like a action, so.
Okay, so let's see, 5 times your cleric level, and that will give you how many points?
I believe that is 30.
That sounds right. Yep, 6 level clerics, so times 5 is 30. Okay, so you can choose any within 30 feet of you, divide those points among them. Can restore a creature to no more than half of its hit point maximum. So who would you like to give that to?
I'd like to give 20 to Rasmus and 10 to myself.
20 would be too much for Rasmus, so you can take Rasmus up to half if you like.
That would be great.
So you can give 10 to Rasmus, and that would leave you with 20. You could give yourself 15, and you'd have 5 left over with nowhere to spend it.
And heal this lizard folk, give him a chance.
You could do that if you wanted to.
Or what about Hugo? Can she see Hugo within 30 feet?
He's more than
Yep,
half. Oh.
but he's already
Yeah.
more than half.
I'm a healthy boy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's
Well, the
I
only
mean,
way
it's
we're gonna
okay.
get some
Probably
healing,
still worth
so
doing.
let's do it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll take that 10 any way I can get it. Thank you.
No problem. I think that's it.
Okay, now we move up to this creature. Similarly, or actually not similarly, what you're going to notice here, Gale, is as you've already taken your opportunity attack, he realizes he's free to step away from you. He will do so and take 2 shots against you quickly. I'll need 2 defensive rolls. The first one does manage to connect against you here, Gale, for 9 piercing and 7 poison. He will continue then making his way down the hall. Okay, then we move to Gale's turn.
Okay, so they're probably going to set up an archery position or something. I'll take a look, I guess. Alright, I go down this hallway. What do I see?
Stretching out before you, you see the 2 creatures in the hallway. You also notice near the end of that hallway, there looks to be some light emerging, and you notice a door on the east wall.
Hugo, I'm going after them. 10,
get him.
15,
Good luck.
20, 25 fits to get here, and I will attack this person.
Yes, that will connect.
Excellent, and then I will also try to trip him if I can, please.
You successfully trip him.
I roll my DA.
Alright, you wound and knock him prone.
Excellent, now I come down on your head.
That will connect as well. Wounds him a second time.
He's down on the ground!
Okay, this one, though injured, notices that Rasmus is prone, so we'll take his 2 attacks against Rasmus. So Rasmus, 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage, please.
Sure thing. Both of these was a +2 for my agile parry.
Alright, even at disadvantage, you manage to evade both of those attacks as you are rolling
Great
around
rolls.
on the ground.
Seriously, the freaking best possible defensive rolls I could do.
Oh, that got a little squirrely on me. Let's see here. Yes, he goes 5, 15. He will step out of your area of control here, Spectre. So if you wish, you can make an opportunity attack.
I sure do, and I believe it gets sneak attack because Rasmus is there, and it's once per turn, not once per my turn.
Correct.
Yeah. Fuck.
Fortunately, that will be a fumble. So go ahead and give us a melee fumble. Okay, so yes, you lose your footing a bit here, but it seems as though the creature... Well, actually, the creature will take advantage of that, so he will take his first attack against you, Spectre, at advantage, so defensive roll against you.
My token is deselected itself.
Oof, that will count as a critical hit for him, so go ahead and...
I'm not
me...
concerned.
You are not concerned. Uh-oh, that's famous last words. Okay, we're going to call that the bludgeoning strike, so crit bludgeoning against yourself. Okay, so true crit here. Alright, so that will be 5 points of damage. Yes, not worried to be concerned there. The second one, he will then take against Rasmus, as that will also be at advantage. So Rasmus, defense roll at disadvantage. Okay, this one he does manage to strike into Erasmus as he buries that spiked shield down upon you for 5 points of piercing damage. And we move to the top of the round with Spectre.
And try that again.
It's 2, right, Adam?
I'm sorry. Oh, because you're
'Cause of
raging? Yes.
Yeah.
I have to use the offhand after my attack action, right? So
For
ever
2
since the
weapon
errata.
fighting?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I'm still gonna go for the one with more health. Surely I'll hit this time. Watch this. I think that'll hit.
And that will certainly hit.
So 13.
You wound the lizard.
Second attack on the same guy.
That will also hit.
He's dead.
He is indeed slain.
And I cannot get into a flank on the last guy, so I'll just make a normal attack against him. He's dead too.
You got it.
I have to stay here. I gotta recover my bow. And I don't have an action to do it anymore. So I will prepare to do that next turn and hope I can help Gale, but he seems far away at this point.
Okay, Rasmus.
Okie dokie. Rasmus will stand up. Half his movement. As he sees Spectre go through her wild range of attacks in like a circle, and she like settles down, he like stands up and looks at her, and like he's gonna ruffle the top of her head because both of her hands are full.
You want a contested check or something to see if I can get away?
Unless you're trying to force the issue, I'll just assume it doesn't connect.
My athletics is low.
I believe I
Is
get
this
it.
something you're willing to use an action for, Rasmus?
No.
Okay, so I'd say you reach out and Spectre just easily backs away.
Alright, that's 25. That's half my movement there. I don't know what is out in the hallway in terms of
2 snake people, I think.
They tried to get away. He was like pointing down.
Okay. That's all you had to say. You see Rasmus kind of looks down at his feet and takes a second to calm himself again, and he'll use a bonus action to step of the wind, and he like clicks his hooves together, and he's going to dart back out the door here. Which way they go, Hugo?
Take the left.
25. That's 45.
Oh, hello, friend. Enjoy the fight. Here.
I'll give Gale a running smack on the butt as I get to here. Good game. And I will flank this guy who's down as I step over him. And as I step over him, I'm just going to bring my hoof down for my first attack.
That will hit. Wounding him.
And I'm going to kind of settle and then bring my axe way high into the air. And I'm going to try to bring it down directly in the middle of his chest.
That will hit as well. It hits him, but glances off of his chest, wounding him badly, but he is still alive.
I'm going to look at Gale, and then I'm going to look at this guy beside me, and then I'm going to bring another hoof, and I'm going to try to just, you know how like in action movies, whenever anybody's on their knees, they give them the kick in the stomach?
Remind me, what type of attack is this?
This is just using my bonus action for a martial arts strike.
I believe you bonus action Step of the Wind, though, right?
You're right, I did, so we'll take that back. That's it, then. That's all I can do, those 2 strikes.
Okay, we move to Kurtu.
Alrighty, I am going to firebolt this guy.
Okay. Your firebolt connects. Wounding the creature.
Now stay there, don't run away, I want to get you again!
Alright, move to Hugo's turn.
Hugo's gonna run up. And is this guy prone?
That one is not. The other one is. The machine gun symbol on him is to reflect that he currently has a bow in his hands.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Hugo's gonna toll the dead on that one.
On the one with the machine gun symbol?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
He is not affected. So he will take half of that damage.
Okay. Hugo yells out, "Watch out, he's got a machine gun!" That's it. And I will, as a bonus action, I guess, Hugo will try to telekinetically pull that one closer to him.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the button.
No worry, I think that one's on your attack list. Yeah, so even though this will be at disadvantage because of his magic resistance, it does work, and you manage to pull him back.
You're not getting away.
Hey, that was a great spot for that.
All right.
Hey, Adam, so this is the guy who dropped the bow?
The guy who's on the ground does not have a bow in hand, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so this guy, his turn, he's going to use half of his movement to stand up from prone. And he is then going to take 2 attacks against Rasmus. So Rasmus on the 2 defensive rolls.
Sure, +2 on these.
All right, the scimitar wavers over your head as you duck, but then he stretches forth and bites you, which does connect. This will be 7 piercing and 5 points of poison damage for a total of 12 damage. Harmony.
Okay. Harmony is gonna follow everybody. Sorry, my computer is like going slow.
Anytime that happens, just blame it on roll 20. That's what I always do.
Okay. That's where I wanted to. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay. Okay. She is going to Sacred Flame this one.
Okay, spell effect roll at disadvantage. He will not be affected by your magic harmony. Alright, he is going to move, so he'll step to here. Gale, you can take an opportunity attack if you wish. You swing your blade and do connect. Wounding him. He will continue moving. Rasmus, you can attack him if you wish.
Yes. I'll give him a good old... I'll try to punch him against the wall as he runs.
That will connect.
Nice.
Wounding him a second time, though he's still on his feet. You'll see he then quickly continues moving, and he starts shouting something in a language that none of you nearby understand.
Oh no.
Okay, Gale, your turn.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't think these guys are going to tell us the secret of what's happening, so I will attack this guy and kill him.
You attack that guy and kill him.
I just say, well, damn it, he got away, and I just slice this guy's throat, and I'm going to move. $30 to there, and I am not going to. I used half of my action, so I'm good. Bonus action, nothing. All right, I will stay there in my turn.
Okay, top of the next round, Spectre.
I'm going to use 5 feet of movement to recover... Well, I guess I have to stow my weapons, so interact with object. I guess action to recover my bow. Is that how we do it?
If you had to stow and then draw in the same round, yes.
Okay, so that's 5, then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and I will use my cunning action to dash. Still have my bonus, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Don't know what's around the corner, don't really want to run too far forward, so I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, Rasmus.
Okay, well, I at least saw the direction the guy ran, so I'm gonna come this way.
Alright, as you get to there, I'm going to pause your movement, as you're going to notice there are several other individuals in the room all looking to be prepared in some degree or another. As you've now entered this area, I'm going to add them to initiative to see where they fall.
Notice he said where they fall, not you. You're gonna be fine.
Alright, so that is where they fall, and it
Oh,
is
no.
still your turn, Rasmus.
Okay, okay. Knowing my friends are behind me, seeing what I see, I'm just gonna come back to here. I'll lose my rage. Yeah. It's the best
What
course
else
of action.
Raid is running into that room and dying.
Yeah, it's worth losing my reach. So I'm gonna move back to here, and I'm gonna shout down the hallway. There's like 5 or 6 more in there, and I'm gonna calm myself as my rage drops and use patient. Well, I guess I don't need to use patient defense. I'll just use a dodge as my action.
Okay, Kurtu's turn.
Guys, we may need to regroup. We don't have the element of surprise anymore.
I'm gonna go here. I will ready an action firebolt if I see an enemy.
Okay. Hugo.
All right. Let me just check. Hugo is going to bonus action second wind.
Okay. That's indicating you don't have a use of second wind. Did you already use that?
I don't remember. I must have actually. I couldn't see it in the little crossbow area here, but yeah, I mean I must have. So in that case, I will just move up to the corner here and prepare a firebolt if I see an enemy ready in action.
You ready a firebolt if you see an enemy.
And I sort of look around. Hugo's like, "What are we doing?"
Alright, that one has since been slain. Harmony.
Okay, what's the plan?
I don't want to yell the plan down the hallway because they're just around the corner.
What we have here is the
We need our leader. Do some talking.
Talking doesn't work with these ones. They never listen.
We're
Like
just,
they're waiting for us or something.
can we short rest while we stand off?
It take a while.
The 6-second short rest.
I think we gotta back off. They've got a superior position on us.
I'm feeling a little tired. Harmony's gonna hold an action to Sacred Flame anybody that comes around the corner.
Okay, ready to action for Sacred Flame upon any enemy she sees. Okay, Gale.
Rasmus, are we wanting to regroup or should I take another look?
Look, they're not coming for us, right? I think we're killing all of them. I mean, they're losing their numbers. I would have said more, but I felt like that was 6 seconds. So there you go.
Yeah, okay, so I move there, I see this person. Step there.
Alright, as you step to there, Gale, check in line of sight. Okay, so as you step to there, the opponents inside the room, all readied with actions to shoot if they saw somebody, let loose their shots at this point. I will need you to make 3 defense rolls, please.
Okay, let's see here.
You dodge the first one, the second one, but are struck by the third, dealing 11 total points of damage.
Okay, well, I only see 4 of them. So can you describe the room now that I've looked in it?
I can give you a brief description. So looking to the south here, you can see that this room is lit up, as you notice that there is light coming from both the west and the east portions of the room. From what you can see, it looks to be lights ensconced in statues. The room is fairly large. You notice a altar straight to your south that is built into this dais. You see a large snake-like creature near the back of the room with a large blade in his hand, and as you glance that way, you see his hand is on a humanoid head with his blade to the humanoid's throat.
There we go.
Is the humanoid our boy, the one we're looking for? Yep, sure is.
Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
Time to negotiate, guys.
Leader!
Hello, snake peoples. We are only looking for that little person that's in your hand, and we'll happily just go away and not ever bother you guys again, and apologize for the other times that we fought.
Alright, as you call this out to the room, you notice the very large snake creature in the back that has the blade to the dwarf's throat raises its head and looks towards you and says, "We can make a deal, but first we will need something from you."
From me personally, I don't have much. I have a bedroll or a sure.
I have
we
a
can
torch.
talk. We can talk. I'm happy to talk.
This is so important.
You have proved your strength, but we must be rid of the foul presence in our area. Go, dispatch the mummy lord. We shall give you the dwarf.
Are you referring to the ghost that was in the casket who opened the door
Didorus.
for us?
No, Didorus.
Yes.
You want us to kill Didorus? Hey guys, he wants us to kill Didorus, and then he's gonna give us the short man.
Done. Tell him yes.
Isn't Didorus already dead?
It's a
Sorry,
mummy.
we have a question from the back. Isn't Didorus already dead?
Destroy the presence of the mummy lord.
Okay. And can you make sure? Can I see if that little man is alive still? I can't tell. Can you make him squeal or something?
He cannot speak. He is currently comatose. His soul has been separated from his body.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad you told me. Is there a way it can go back to his body?
With time, it will happen.
Okay, well, that's good. Nice. We'll be right back. We'll go handle the dead man again.
And you notice that all the ones that shot you essentially are redrawing arrows. I'm assuming they were essentially out of combat at this point, unless anybody in the party is wanting to do something like on a quick basis. Alright, hearing nothing, then I will assume that we are out of combat, and I will go ahead and end combat, change the music, and you guys can feel free to move as you wish.
Okay, we'll be right back. We might have to take a little rest. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem, but we'll be right back, okay? Thank you. Oh, I can't move. Something happened, Rasmus.
With
You're out of your body,
negotiations
too.
complete, you suddenly feel like your legs can move once again.
Oof, I thought they had me in a spell or something. Okay, let's go tell our friends.
What was all that shouting?
Go back to a room or something. Hurry, I have... I don't know, I like this room.
Hugo's gonna search the bodies while you have this conversation.
I'm just gonna say everything that Adam just said. So I tell the group, Adam, completely what you just said.
Sure, yep. So as you're filling them in, Hugo, you're sort of rifling through pockets. You've noticed this pattern so far. Gear, equipment, yes. Coinage, nothing on any of these creatures that you fought so far. This gives you the impression, I would say, Hugo, that the coinage that belongs to these people must be kept either with some important figure or in some kind of central location.
Like the tubes.
So did you ask them if we can hang out here for a little bit before we go?
I mentioned it and then I left in case they said no, right? Because sometimes you just Leroy said you just ask for forgiveness later, so that's what I thought.
Mm.
Smart.
We,
I see why you're the leader.
we can't just kill them, right?
Well, that giant snake person is pretty powerful, and then they have those girls in there too, and they can do the mind trick that you fell for 3 weeks ago. So you
Yeah.
could be in a bit of a pinch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so-
issue,
I
the
think
issue is
Icarus
also
might be strong, though.
Kurtu,
Yeah.
from where you're standing, as you're listening to your companion speak, but not directly engaged in the conversation yourself, you hear the sound of a door opening out in the hallway.
I will let
This
the group.
one?
I'll let the group know. Hey,
There's a door open.
and I'm gonna come over here.
Oh, which door was it, Bill?
Don't trust those snake people.
I'm still going up here. Adam, I'm gonna risk it for biscuit kind of stuff. I'm gonna go out here and take a look.
As you get to there, you notice the figure that had exited from that room, which is currently turning on its heel and moving to the south. You get just this glimpse of her from behind as she continues walking.
Alright, do I get a feeling she's an elf or something?
Her presence is very strange to you. Yes, the ears certainly would draw a conclusion of some type of elvish heritage, but based on the rest of her appearance, you wouldn't assume this is a typical elf. You saw that there was definitely some kind of strange, you might even say reptile-like association with her.
Alright, I'm gonna go back into the group here. I'm gonna tell them what I see, but I'm gonna say,
I just think I saw an elven snake lady going down with the other ones. I don't know. She looked pretty mysterious. But she comes up from a strange room over there. So if you guys are going to take a short rest, I'm going to go search her room.
So can I see her? Which way she go? I want to talk
Oh,
to
now
her.
she went to go talk to your other friends, just to let you know. So, she went down south and then to the corridor, where you got shot like a pincushion. Yeah.
So why didn't you talk to her? We are now in employment of these peoples.
She was kind of way down south, and I didn't think shouting at her would be friendly.
It's not someone that also might want your boy, is it?
I am shocked to learn of such a person.
I am shocked that you want to go find her, because you don't look so good right now.
I look great. What are you talking about? I am like almost 100%.
Well, you better be, because you're not getting healed.
Right, I know. That's
Except
why
for one time.
I feel really good right now. And
Do you want to be healed now, or you want to be healed later when you're dying?
Well, I would say this. I would say that she went to go talk to the other ones, so I guess if you want to go see them, you always can, since you've got a, friendship with them or whatever, but I go with you if you want.
well, no, I'm not going to have to go back into the room, but I thought I would talk to her in the hall. What?
I feel like you guys are really overestimating the situation.
Yeah.
Look,
Totally. You go talk to the lady.
hang on, stop.
What?
Let's
Okay,
think about this.
Fine. I am a summer ladron right now.
If we go out there and we say something or do something that gets them killed, then we lose our biggest piece of intel. We don't really care about these people and what they're doing. If they need us to go kill their mummy, then we'll go kill their mummy so we can collect what we need to and go. I don't see the big deal. Right?
Focus.
Right?
Okay, fine.
Anyone?
I totally agree. So we need to have a little bit of a rest because we were not forbidden to do so.
Kurt,
So
as
this
you step back out into the hallway, you hear the sound of footsteps approaching.
I'm gonna point back to everybody else and just go shh.
Well, hi, how are you?
You notice the woman turns and looks towards you, sees you with narrow slitted eyes, but does not seem particularly interested as she returns to the room and closes the door behind her.
I knew I should have searched her room already.
Okay, fine. So she's some type of boss. Who cares? We will go take care of the Diderus guy after we rest.
You guys can rest in the room. I'm gonna stay guard right here, because that's what good leaders do. Take care of their people.
I mean, Diderus wasn't bad to us. Is everyone alright just destroying him? Just because these snake people want us to?
Well, the problem is we need the dwarf, and the snake people have the dwarf.
You need him alive.
It's preferable.
Yeah. Hugo, do you know why we're doing this? Did anyone tell you exactly why we're down here getting him?
Not really. I was told to help you.
You familiar with the Nine Hills?
Yeah, I've read on it a little bit.
There's a being trapped there, lives there, who the hell knows, but her name is Tiamat. She's said to be the, I guess, leader of dragons or something like that. Big Mama, right? Gale came face to face with an apparition of her, and this cult is trying to summon her back to the material plane.
Ugh. That's stupid.
Yeah, we agree.
And this guy's in the cult.
Although Diderus probably did not do anything wrong, and I'm sure killing this mummy would probably not be the best thing for us to do. We need him alive more than we really should care about these mummies or these snake people. I mean, it's a big deal to have somebody resurrected from hell and brought back to our plane.
That's true. And what was his name again? Verum? Verum. What does Verum know about that we need to get out of him?
So, there's these things called worm speakers. Each worm speaker is like a small leader of this cult. There's a big head honcho. His name is Severin. He wears the red dragon mask. The only other person we know that has a mask and who they are is Verum. Verum is the white dragon speaker, I think it is. Right, guys? Is it
yes,
the white?
That is correct. You are speaking properly.
Okay, Verum the white.
Alright. Well, it sounds like it's important for us to get him alive, but the only thing I'll say is don't trust them to actually follow through. They might slit his throat. We can't know for sure. But
it's a guarantee they'll slit his throat if we go in there and attack him.
Yeah, we won't get to him in time. The only other thing I can think of is this mystery woman that Kurtu found. She might know something or know of a way to convince the Yanti to cooperate with us another way. I'm not sure
how are we gonna prove that we got rid of the mummy?
That's an excellent question.
I'm sure that can be proven with his death. I mean, we can drag the mummy corpse back in here, right? I mean, that's all it is a corpse, right?
So let's just wrap one of these guys up in toilet paper and send them in there.
Oh, that's smart.
I do not. Toilet paper. What is this?
I think they would figure that out.
But there's no bad ideas. Just keep speaking out loud these ideas. Eventually, in about an hour, we'll come up with a plan, and then when we decide to execute the plan, then Hugo will just go with Fireball in the end.
Yeah, we'll come up with a plan and then not follow the plan anyway, so, you know.
The only other thing I could think of is possibly we could maybe do like a hold person or something on the snake guy, but they have some sort of slippery magic thing, so it might not work.
We would
So.
never get him out past all those guys.
Well, you also got to consider what they want to do with him. Why they got him.
I mean, look, he came into this up until that last part of Diderus's little antechamber or whatever you want to call it, right? There was no threat of these lizard folk. So it sounds to me like they stay back here, and Diderus has probably caused them some trouble. Undead, they've probably been fighting them, which is why they sealed themselves back here. I mean, this is just my intuition, but it's a great place to hide, right? Inside of a tomb, behind a secret door. People come into the tomb unsuspecting. Easy.
And I don't know why we're afraid of the elf lady who looks like Lizard, because we are doing something they want, and she probably will have all the answers that our brains are thinking we need answers to.
Yeah, I bet
Could
she's a
be.
spy or something.
Yeah, it could be. Or she could be the head honcho of this group, right?
And if she is, we might be able to get a better arrangement. A mummy lord sounds like trouble, especially because he controls all these magical traps and all that bullshit. So even
Okay,
if we
but
kill him, we might have to deal with lingering magic.
Wait, to be clear, did Adam say mummy lord or just mummy?
Yeah,
Adam
mummy
definitely
lord.
said mummy lord.
Kurtu, as you make your way back down here and into the large room, you notice all eyes suddenly settle on you.
The fuck is he doing?
You notice the one closest to you looks at you, kind of scans nearby you, seems maybe a bit perplexed, and then he says, "By yourself. Come and join us. And I'll need you to give me a wisdom saving throw." You feel this magic sort of settle on you, and you shake your head, realizing that this creature just tried to use a magic to influence your actions. What would you like to do?
Well, I was just curious on if that lady was somebody we should be talking to, because I think she's in charge down here, and we want to try to find out how you guys want us to defeat that mummy. And I would also ask, please don't try to mind warp me. Thank you. I'm gonna stand over in the corner over here and wait to hear your response. Thank you.
The same one that just tried to use this magic upon you, you see it turns its head and slithers backwards and forward as it looks towards you. You've been given your commands. Kill the mummy lord. Bother us no further.
Alright, I just wanted to know how to kill the mummy lord, but you guys aren't any help because obviously you can't do it yourself. So, whatever.
Jesus. Anybody know where Kurtu went? I got a bad feeling that he's doing something stupid.
I'm gonna go back over here and watch the door. And they know
All right.
nothing about what just
No,
happened,
the
Adam.
door's been closed the entire time, so yeah, I don't think they have
Right,
any
yeah.
idea.
I just
Yeah.
got like a spider sense, you know?
I'm just out here guarding the door so you guys can get a short rest. That's all I'm doing.
all I'm saying is that even the slightest mistake when we're speaking to them could end in his death.
And all of this is pointless.
So, I don't get why. I mean, sure, Mummy Lord sounds like a decent fight, but do we want to fight one Mummy Lord? Do we want to fight 8 of these lizard folk in their home?
Yeah, I'm
Might
fine
not- it
putting
might
the
not
mummy
just-
lord down.
It might not be just the mummy lord, though. He has control over the whole tomb. If we start kicking
Sure.
that hornet's nest, he might
Sure.
call for help.
Yeah, that librarian's not gonna be real thrilled.
No. And no, you guys are all right. But, like, our mission or whatever is to get Verum.
I think I've asked this question before, but is anybody in the party proficient in religion?
No, I am not.
Nope.
Okay.
Do well in churches.
I am.
Okay.
Nice.
Harmony, give me a blind check, please. So, from what you've heard of or what you know, Armini, perhaps from talking with others or spending any time researching religion and so forth, mummy lords are actually very powerful. In fact, much more powerful than typical mummies. They are very potent spellcasters and can cast some of the mightiest divine spells in existence.
We're gonna get our asses beat.
I'd say, oh, wait, maybe they're not just using the term mummy lord as just like a term of respect. Like maybe it's an actual mummy lord, and then I tell everyone what I know about them.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so we pursue other options, I think.
Yeah. Can
Guys are a
anyone
bunch of
go
babies.
invisible?
He's a mummy. We just rip his arms off. No spells. Boom. Problem solved. Is it really?
It's a mummy lord.
Look, we have one unknown factor here, and that's that woman. We don't know why she's here unless we talk to her. So we can try that. Don't see what it costs us, because they've got Verum in the other room. Maybe she knows something we don't.
I can turn into like a spider, and that's sort of like being invisible.
That's true. Then would you be able to get Verum out of there if you like poof up next to him?
Well, they
Probably
think,
not.
They think that we are on a mission to help them, so they will give us a rest now, I would imagine. But after we do more work not killing the mummy, they probably are not going to want us to relax. Do we rest first?
Yeah, you made a good point. I'm gonna squat down over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
is it your
settle down.
intention to try to take a short rest at this point?
That's mine.
Yes.
Same.
And Kurtu, are you staying out in the hallway this entire time?
I'll stay out here for like 15 minutes and go back in because I thought these guys were already taking a short rest. So
Okay.
Yeah, I assumed we were short resting while we were chatting.
So after about 15 minutes or so, as this was ongoing, feel free to open the door and re-enter. Nothing changes out in the hallway during that time. So like I said, feel free to open the door, re-enter the room. You guys, I imagine, are just sort of chit-chatting here. Is there anything in particular you're doing during this short rest?
Nope, just bandaging wounds. I think spider climb goes away during it.
All right, at about the 40-minute mark or so of this short rest, you can hear the sound of footsteps out in the hallway. Seems like several figures. Alright, hearing nothing, I assume you guys just continue doing exactly what you're doing.
I make sure that the group knows that I hear people or snakies.
Is there any reason we couldn't have closed the door?
I was waiting to see if somebody did, but nobody did. So you notice this contingent of snake folk and lizard folk step by. All of them look in your direction. The snake folk in particular seem to be quickly analyzing perhaps your numbers, what it is that you're doing, before continuing on.
Whoa, they came from the right.
Yeah, reinforcements.
I purposely didn't shut the door because I wanted to see what happened instead of, And me closing a door is like, do an athletics check, Kurtu, see if the door keeps closed. Yeah, okay.
I've got a small battalion. Guys, are you sure you want to try to just... I mean, we've almost killed 2 dragons by now, right?
Yeah, and they wouldn't tell me who the lady was anyway.
Yeah, so by my count, there are going to be at least 13 or 14 of those lizards and the snake people, plus the girls, plus the giant one, and then plus this elf lady is probably going to attack us from behind. We have to consider the numbers.
We cannot attack into that position no matter what, because then we lose our objective. Even if we win the fight, there's no way Varum makes it out of there.
So it's death by Mummy Lord.
But you heard what she said about the Mummy Lord. They can cast the most potent spells of the divine world.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Maybe we could tell the Mummy Lord that these lizard people want to kill him.
You want to bring the Mummy Lord down here and have him fight them for us?
Yeah.
He could help us.
Yes.
Wait, that's not a bad idea.
Or maybe-
Hang on. That still leads to the death of Varum.
Yeah.
But maybe the Mummy Lord could, like, give us something to give us an advantage or something, you know?
Like anti-snake venom.
Or maybe
I
he
don't-
could send the librarian to help us or something.
Yeah, but no matter what happens, the minute that we begin to fight these guys, right, the very second that this all breaks out, unless one of us is able to immediately get to Varum's side, they will kill him. And then, let's say we do save him from immediate death, we're then going to have to protect him
Get him out
to get him out of here. I understand you guys don't want to fight a Mummy Lord, but do you honestly want to try to do a rescue mission against 15 snake folks? Come on, let's just rest up. We've got 2 incredible spellcasters of our own, one of the best healers I've ever met, an assassin.
out of magic.
Who's like running low? Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, we're low on resources for that.
Okay, so either way you slice it though, we're either low on resources against 15 or we're low on resources against 1. That seems
All right,
pretty straightforward to
this
me.
is Bill talking here. Whenever Adam is like, does anyone have religion? That's Adam's way of going, guys, you may
If
want to
you do
rethink
we're gonna
this.
fucking die. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I would
what
just say-
about
Yeah, go ahead, Libby.
what about those other guys that Spectre hates?
Bearded devils.
Oh.
Are they we should like ask them if they were here to protect the dwarf, because if so,
No,
they're not
their
doing
orders
a
were
good
to
job.
protect that room.
Yeah.
They
They're
were
very
summoned-
literal.
They were summoned by the dwarf. It's possible that if we tell them that
They won't get
he's
paid.
captured, they might pitch in and help, but we run into the same problem where as soon as the fighting breaks out, they just fucking stab Varum, and then we're kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah.
well, I
Mhm.
think if we focus on like hold personing the guy with the sword to his neck, or you know,
But he's resistant to magic.
And I don't know if he's a person.
buffing
What about
the
what if we
He's a-
talk
well,
to
humanoid.
Diderus? What if we talk to Diderus and have him pretend that we killed him?
Ooh, that's smart.
And then we get Verum before they know.
So I think you guys are sniffing up the right
I
tunnel.
like that idea a lot, Hugo. But
Because
we're gonna have to deceive.
the Mummy Lord is the most powerful piece in this chessboard, correct? So to try to be friends with the most powerful person here would be fine, and he helped us. He probably doesn't want the lizard people in his house either.
Maybe he has magic that can like just warp Varum out of there. I don't know.
Like, yeah.
But either
or-
way, we should rest, because if that conversation goes bad, then we have to fight him anyway.
Oh yeah, we have to rest,
Yeah.
and we're doing it now because I'm fixing my arm. It's a bit bleedy.
yeah, but
Well,
can
before we
we
decide
rest
on what
any
we
longer?
do, yeah, before we decide on what we do, how about we shut these doors so our words don't echo through the hallway?
Yeah.
I
They
think we're
not-
kind of talking
we are
half
talk-
in and out of character. Right at
We
the
are
moment,
talking
but
very, very privately. We're not talking aloud.
It doesn't matter. Somebody could literally just be right there. We can't
Well,
see them.
Don't talk to me. Talk to Kurtu. He's the leader.
Look, everybody, I understand we're scared to fight a Mummy Lord. I'm the closest one to death here at this current moment, so I totally understand not wanting to go fight him. But look, our biggest objective here is to get Varum out alive. If anybody has a plan that involves us being able to do that better, let me know. Otherwise,
get
we
Varum
should
out
go.
alive or die. I'm not saying that your goal is my goal.
But if we
Oh.
we do what it takes to save the world from Tiamat to come down and destroy the world, and so
People
it's
will
worth
die.
risking our lives or trying to our best to make it not happen. We are heroic player characters in an heroic fantasy adventure.
Maybe we should just explain that to the Mummy Lord.
Yes, that's a good idea. Absolutely.
Yeah, when I talked to him, he really loved compliments. So be sure if we talk to him to kiss his ass.
And maybe he wants to get rid of these vermin, and he will help us, or maybe a ghost will come help us, or a couple of ghosts.
I mean, we have to assume that he would really appreciate the peace and quiet.
Yeah, I look, out of character, guys. I completely understand what you're saying, right? But that means that we then turn around and we go and fight these guys with a mummy lord, which is great and all, but that still doesn't change the fact that they've got him held captive with a knife to his throat.
Well,
so we could bring in the gods themselves to fight him, and that's not going to change anything because all it's going to take is one stab to the throat, and he's done.
well,
I'm gonna buff him up, and then I'm gonna revivify him if anything happens.
yeah,
to him.
and the mummy. We're not gonna do the mummy lord in his.
I don't know
in
if
his
that
house.
works.
A
Mummy Lord in his lair is really dangerous.
Yeah.
I like Noah's plan. What if we try to convince the Mummy Lord that this is like bigger than this shit, and then he just gives us something that indicates that he might be dead, and he just like plays dead for a bit, and Kurtu goes in there because he's the only one with a charisma stat high enough to bluff this, and says, "Hey, the Mummy Lord's dead. Here's a proof, like his fucking wedding ring or some shit," and then they let go of the dwarf, and we get out of here before they figure it out.
And then I'd be able to use my deception roll twice with a 9th level character.
Kurtu, I already asked if anyone could turn invisible. Like, you were out in the hallway, I guess.
I mean, I hate you guys' stupid plan, but the only thing that I can think of to go along
Let's
with your
go
stupid
kill the
plan...
Mummy Lord then. That's great. I love that plan. Yeah, let's go do it. Let's go kick butt.
Let me finish.
Let
me finish. You didn't even
resolves
let me finish.
itself. Because if he doesn't
you-
agree to it, he just fights us. We have
Yeah.
to kill him anyways.
Look, what if we found that stupid book for that lady? Right? She said she wanted that book to be at peace, right? We could use that as our deception point. We don't even need to talk to Diderus. We tell the lizard folk, hey, we found we were able to banish that ghost and rid this place of its influence, right? We just find that stupid book, and that ghost goes away.
Transubstantiality across potentialities.
Yeah, but
Worse.
why? I thought there was.
They don't care about the ghost, though. They want Diderus gone.
Yeah, but the ghost is the only physical manifestation of Diderus left in here, other than the arcane enchantments he put on the chamber, right?
Was this big sarcophagi?
Yeah, they said there was the lizard folks seem to know that there's a Mummy Lord around, so I think he's in that sarcophagus just chilling. And we go kick that hornet's nest, he's gonna wake up and...
I don't like the idea of us trying to ask for a favor from a undead persona.
But he was sort of nice to us. I don't know. He lets us walk around,
If we
check stuff out.
He
if
opened
we
the secret
flatter him
door.
enough, yeah.
And
No, he literally opened the door for us to go get rid of the snake and lizards. That's why he did that, and to go get Varum. Like, we were pretty. I think, did we mention it? But he helped us. So why wouldn't we assume he's not going to help us again?
And if he says
I get
no,
it.
we kill him. Just
what's
kidding.
your what plan did you prefer, Rasmus?
The one where we successfully get Verum out of here without him dying. Because that's the whole reason why we've spent a month on this journey.
And what was the plan that you have instead?
Just kill the fucking Mummy Lord. I mean, jeez. Yeah, he's gonna be powerful and
Okay.
might get our ass
So it's
kicked
the
a little
same
bit.
difference. We can try to negotiate with him, and if he can't negotiate with him, we put him. It's the same plan.
No, it's not, because if the negotiations go successfully, then we have to turn around and go and fight these other guys. And I don't see how in any instance we could possibly start a fight with the lizard folk without Verum dying. Do you? Does anybody?
Well, we
Yes.
don't need a fight. Then.
Wait, Armady said yes. Armady, why do you think you say yes?
Because we have invisibility and we have wild shape and stuff, and then we can always like heal him or revivify him or
With
buff him?
You have those spell slots?
Like, not right now.
Well,
I need to
Revivify
sleep.
works in a
done within
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
if you cast invisibility on me, I could theoretically, if he's considered a willing creature, take him away.
isn't he unconscious or incoherent or whatever? His soul is not in his body.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point. I was thinking that. That's what he said. He has no soul. I don't know if you can revive someone
Oh,
with no
yeah.
soul.
He probably
Yeah,
needs that.
because if it was that case, I would cast polymorph on him, and he could turn into a T-Rex, or he could be a dwarven T-Rex or whatever. But I wasn't throwing that one out there because he doesn't have a soul right now.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so
I mean,
we
our
can't
only
take him
option.
without the soul.
I don't. You see what I mean? You see where I'm at? Our only option is
Nope.
just go kick some mummy ass.
Maybe, well, we're assuming that the mummy is going to say, let's turn around and kill them. Maybe the mummy has a different solution that doesn't involve fighting. And if he can't come up with a solution that doesn't involve fighting, then we kill the mummy. We try to kill the mummy.
Revivify doesn't say anything about souls, but okay.
You also need a diamond and some other things as well.
You have to do it within a minute. And then here's the thing, guys. Let's just say hypothetically we're able to get in there, we're able to grab Verum and get out, and we rescue him while we're trying to fight him. But like, if his soul's not in his body, us rescuing a freaking dummy is no worse than us rescuing a corpse.
Well, they said that they would come back after a while.
So let me weigh in here and give you guys a little bit of insight, perhaps. So the reason I was asking about the religion check is, yes, mummy lords are fairly powerful opponents. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's no way you guys could win. I mean, you guys are 6 level 9 characters. I just want to make sure that you're aware of the danger that you'd be getting into, and you don't think this is something that's going to be easy. So there's that. Second of all, yes, when it comes to Revivify, as was mentioned, you do need to have diamonds worth 300 gold pieces. I don't know if anybody has that upon them. And then anybody who is proficient in religion or knows much about reviving the dead would know that all magic that revives the dead only works if the person wants to come back. So there's that stipulation first, and they know who's trying to revive them. So if Verum was killed and then Armony, you cast Raise Dead or Revivify upon him, essentially the way you can think of it is he's in an afterlife, and he would get a ping or a signal that says, Armony, the follower of whatever god it is that you follow, is trying to revive you. Do you accept? If he says yes, then he comes back into his body. If he says no, then your spell just fails. Separately, the snake folk told you that his soul was separated, so you don't know exactly what that means. But if there's some reason that his soul is not reachable in the afterlife, then any kind of Revivify or Raise Dead would not work at all. So hopefully that's a little bit of helpful information. I know you guys have been planning for quite some time here. So are we to a point where we think we need to take a vote, or is additional discussion going to be helpful? Or is there any questions on anything I just mentioned that would help?
I guess I have a quick question. Would Hugo be able to do an Arcana check to figure out why they would take his soul out of his body? Like, what's the purpose of that?
No. So like if you were examining him, but I guess it sounds like what you're asking is why would somebody ever use that kind of magic? I would say it's probably more insight than anything else.
Okay.
So if you want to do a blind check on that, you could do that, and I can see how well you roll to see if you can try to gauge like what their plan might be. Yeah. So based on your check, nothing specific comes to mind, Hugo, as to why they would do that. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Okay.
My question, probably for the group before I could vote, is like, what are the chances of us long resting at any point, anywhere?
0.
This week?
Yeah, we have to long rest at a place of safety, so
We would have to go all the way back to that garrison, basically.
Well, see, that's why I was like, we should have asked the snake people, like, if we could safely rest here and then fully intact go fight the Mummy Lord for them. Like,
So based on our house rules here, it's a good question, but this area would not be considered a place of safety for you. Even if you were to say, hey, would you allow us to do a long rest here? You're not going to be able to let your guard down and actually rest and recuperate, knowing that there's people that you were just fighting moments ago nearby. So the whole area that you've been facing traps, you've been facing enemies. A long rest based on our house rules is intended to be something where you are in an area of total safety and security, and you can really just completely let go of any concerns or risks and really unwind. So yes, as some of the other players have mentioned, finding a place of safety, the Dragon Spear Garrison would probably be the closest place that you know of for sure right now. You know, obviously if you wanted to try to search around in the overland area near the Serpent Hills to try to find something, but I mean that's very unlikely that you would find something that would truly meet the need or meet the requirement of being totally safe.
It's a rough house rule, but we get
I think
hero
Kurtu
points.
could charm them into standing guard outside our room. Just kidding.
So I think we go talk to the Mummy Lord, and then if we need to chop his head off, then we do that. And then it's the only chance to get Verum back.
I get it, but I mean, it just brings us back full circle here. Let's say we still go down there to fight him with a Mummy Lord. I don't see how that changes the fact that the minute that we begin to fight, that they're going to kill Verum.
Why don't, before that, we go... we have to make sure he has the soul in his body first, or this is all a moot point.
Well, but what Brian said was maybe go talk to the Mummy Lord first. He didn't say go back in and talk to the people with Verum.
Okay, then I guess my follow-up question would be talk to him about what then?
Well, he allowed us into secret door to go fight the snake peoples. He probably doesn't like them around either. And it's his house, right? So maybe he will be very angry, and then maybe there's some way that he could help us to actually get Verum alive. Even if he slits his throat. I don't know. Like, this is his house.
Yeah, but we have to think about Verum, right? If Verum dies right now, what does he have to lose?
Dylan, are you wanting us to go in and attack the Mummy Lord? Because if that's it, that's where the spot I am right now. If that's what we want to do, then let's just go do it. We've been spending 30 minutes here just talking about if we're going to attack the Mummy Lord or not. If that's what the ultimate thing is, then let's just go freaking do it. I don't agree with it, but I'm at the point that I don't care anymore.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying I want you guys to think about it. If we do, I mean, I'm cool with getting outvoted and following another plan. That's fine, right? But I'm going to voice my opinion about it, and my opinion is
but every time
that
another point is I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it calm, but I'm just going to say this. The answer isn't A or B. The answer isn't we either go attack the snake people or we attack the mummy people. Every time people bring up a third option, it's like it has to be A or B. I'm sorry, I'm going to put on my thing on mute right now, but I'm just like, one moment. You're saying you want to go ahead and have people look at other options, but when we bring up other options, it's always A or B. So when somebody else brings up a C, let's listen to a C option. I'm sorry, I'm going to put myself on mute.
I hear your C option, right? And that's what I'm asking, right? So let's say we go and talk to the mummy. What about? What's the plan? What do we talk to him about?
We just said it like a bunch of times.
You're talking about using his abilities to do what?
To cleanse his house and to get Verum back, and then everyone would be gone out of his house, and maybe he can help us get rid of the snake people.
I said maybe he could give us like a powerful item, or maybe he could give us other allies to help us in our goal, or...
Okay, and then so my point is all of those things sound great. But the end result is we would still have to use those things to then go and fight the lizard folk, right?
And then we'd lose Verum and he'd get his throat cut. I get it. So, but maybe there's a way we could bring him back.
Yeah, because they want us to destroy him. So, if he has a way for us to show that he was destroyed, we can trick him like that. Or we can go back and try to escape with him from their clutches. But
So the
I
truly
have like
see
no spells left, barely. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
we're gonna fight a mummy. So, but the C option is the mummy lords do nothing but good to us, and we could just maybe deceive the snake people based on the mummy lord giving us a salactorum of him or some greater minor image or something that we could present that would last an hour, and we get Verum and we get out of here and we win. Maybe there's a real C option that the mummy lord can do.
Yeah, and if the Mummy Lord can't do that, then we're at an impasse and we have to fight the Mummy Lord. But I think Gale and Noah are on the right track here. I'm sorry, Brian and Noah. I don't know why I'm mixing character names.
No, that's fine. I'm Gale from 3 o'clock till 6:30.
So we talk to the Mummy Lord, see what he can do for us. If he can't do anything for us, then we kind of gotta fight him because Dylan has a good point. Any kind of assistance that we try to pull in for a fight is not going to work because they're just going to kill him on the first turn, and we don't have a way to bring him back easily. So we kind of the out here I see is trying to avoid a fight with the lizard people. I think the best chance we have is to either kill the Mummy Lord, which is going to be very difficult, I think, with when we most of us don't have any resources left, basically, or we can try to deceive them into thinking we did the job for them, and then we get out of here before anybody notices. They just lost like 3/4 or like half of their forces. They're not going up there to check, probably. They're probably going to lick their wounds, right? So we trick them into thinking we dealt with the Mummy Lord. If the Mummy Lord has a way to help us with that, like maybe he doesn't need like a head or an arm or something. We can bring his head. He'll just grow it back or some shit.
Or what he could do is drop his magic traps for like 30 minutes and then bring it back into play while we're out of there. He could drop concentration on something, or I don't know. Like I'm
there's
not a
lot
Mummy
of
Lord.
stuff. So I think basically the next step is we should talk to him in some degree, and then, but depending on what happens there, then we can make a better decision. But
Great, let's do it.
All right, so it sounds like most of the team is leaning towards go talk to the Mummy Lord. Are we good to move forward with that? Is there any other thoughts?
No, we're not good because I still have a bloody hand and I'm still trying.
Yeah, were we able to get short rests?
Yes, you guys are able to complete your short rest after spending an hour here. And again, reminder as the house rule, the short rest restores all of your HP. So go ahead and restore your HP to max. And yes, you guys are back to full strength, at least as far as hit points are concerned.
And anything that comes back on a short rest, like key and stuff.
Correct. Yes.
Can you apply it for us, Adam, so the short rest stuff will start? And look, guys, I'm sorry if I threw everything off there. All I wanted to, all of that talking, I didn't hear anybody ever say anything about other than, like, I get talking to the Mummy Lord, but it sounded like everything was still like, we'll talk to the Mummy Lord and then we'll go back and talk or try to fight the lizard folk. And I didn't feel like any of you guys understood that the very second that we begin that combat, he's going to die. And then everything we just did was pointless.
All right, so everybody that chose to take a short rest, I just applied to everybody, so I assume it was everybody. If there's anybody that did not take a short rest there, let me know. But as a reminder, just update your display to indicate the number of short rests you have remaining.
Yep, I did so.
Yeah, I didn't take a short rest, but that's good. Thanks.
Yeah, nothing was restored for you, so no worries here, Gertrude.
Oh, good. I got Firebolt back.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, so guys, an hour you have spent here in this chamber, resting and recuperating. You definitely heard those footsteps outside. You know some of these snake folk and lizard folk moved to the south past this open door, or past the open doorway at the time, which is now closed. That hour is up, and it sounds like you guys want to head over to the Mummy Lord. So feel free to take it away and make your way there.
Should we see what was through this door? Since we got stopped.
Then what if we get another? No.
I think it was a hallway, right?
Let's just go.
How long did, now that I think about it, how long does a torch last?
I think it's like
Would I had
4
to.
hours.
Okay. So the one I lit is still good.
Wasn't there traps around here somewhere?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm lying. A torch burns for 1 hour.
Okay, so I'll reignite a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, Rasmus, where are the tricky traps? I forgot.
This one
They
was
were
just
They were behind us. In that room we were just in. To the south was that room with the archway on the wall. Remember?
Are you going diagonal like?
I like it. I feel like I'm moving faster.
watch out for the bridge, by the way. Everyone's moving half speed across the
Yes.
bridge. We remember that the bridge was
Yeah.
slippery.
All right, you
Good
guys see
job.
that green sheen moss on the bridge here, and you move very slowly to not slip across it.
I butt scoot if I need to.
He was like nodding at all the bodies as we pass them. We killed a lot of these guys.
Hey Hugo, you
And
were
there's
the
a lot
one.
more.
You were the one who were talking with him with most gracious tongue. Want to try again or something?
Yeah, let's see if we can find an arrangement that works out for everybody.
Right, I'm not the most charismatic guy. He like gives you like a very crooked yellow smile.
Yeah.
All about respect.
Unfortunately, it's probably Kurtu here. As much as
The
I hate
leader.
to admit it. Absolutely despise admitting it.
You know what? When you're good at something, people just seem to know it.
Just don't embarrass us.
The rest
Oh.
of you, I mean, we all have to be ready though, in case he doesn't like us after this and wants to kill us.
Yeah.
We could do rock, paper, scissors.
How about both of you go? That sounds like the
Why don't-
logical choice.
We need to get out of this room because if he wants
Yeah.
to kill us, he will do it there.
Yeah, let's leave ourselves the option of retreating out the way we came. So before they engage, can we like move around this way, Adam? Is that fine, or are we gonna get stopped by something?
Nothing has stopped you so far.
Okay. I want to be back out here. Possibly around the corner.
And was this where we thought the sarcophagus was? Or is this a different room?
This is Didorus's
Yes.
bedroom. That big thing in the middle is him.
Hugo takes a knee.
Oh, I will take a knee as well. Just so Kurtu doesn't feel like he's so short.
I would take a knee, but then I wouldn't be seen. Are you guys ready for me to speak to Lord Didorus here?
I'm sure you can sense your presence.
I already gave him a map. That was the presents he got from me earlier. Oh, Lord Didorus, art thou awake?
You don't hear any immediate response, Kurtu.
You have to be a bit more flattering,
Try to step up on the dais.
like adjectives of like
Yeah.
wonderfulness and powerful.
I already have my map. I don't have any really. I don't have a lot of gold to give him or anything. He liked gold last time. Oh, Lord Didorus, the commander of all the undead mummies. Are you here? Hello, sir.
Go ahead and give me a blind check here, Kurtu.
We're gonna die.
No promises.
A raspy voice emanates from the sarcophagus below you, and in a tone that brings to mind dead earth and corpse dust, you hear, "Leave me to my rest, or face your doom."
And that's the problem. I mean, I understand, and I do plan on leaving you to your rest because that's so important. Rest is good for everybody. But there's some baddies down there on the other side of the room, some snake people that are being really mean, and I heard that they want to come up and destroy your coffin. And we wanted to see if we could help that not happen because you were nice to us.
Okay, another blind check as you try to deceive the mummy Lord Didorus. You hear silence. Nothing at all emanates forth from the sarcophagus.
You guys might want to get out of there. I don't know. I'm gonna try it again. Lord Diderus, I'm guessing you didn't hear me, but there are some snake creatures that have
Her
this.
too, respect.
I know, with respect.
Just tell him the truth.
I did tell him. There's some snake people down there, and they want you destroyed and things. And so we were kind of hoping that we could get your wonderfulness and awesomeness and all your high power to try to see if we can put an end to your foe. And they captured somebody, and we would like them to get saved and not die. Is your awesomeness able to support this?
You muster this speech with as much aplomb and
He's
ceremony
trying
as
so
you
hard.
can, Kurtu, but you are greeted with silence.
I don't know if he's contemplating.
Do we have?
Harmony's gonna try to. So she's gonna come up. Oh, great Diderus. We want to help you rid your home of these invaders. Please let us know if there's some way that we can help you with this, because we know they want to kill you.
As you utter this, Harmony, you notice that the secret door to the north that Diderus, you presumably assume to be Diderus, opened for you, it moves ever so slightly, just like a twitch.
I saw the door move. We can't let this shut.
Do you think that he left in an invisible state and is going to go kill the snake people?
Yeah, that sounds probably exactly it.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
If anybody
Before
wants to make an insight check on this to try to determine what this means, feel free, blind check.
Nice. I'm proficient. I'm going for it.
And I will do inspiration on that, Adam. If I don't know what the roll is.
That is true, but if you wish, you mean, oh, you're using your inspiration? Okay, yeah, I can give you advantage on it.
So I am proficient in that.
Okay, Harmony, Kurtu, and Hugo, the three of you all get a strong sense that what the question Harmony asks, is there anything we can do to help you? With the twitching of the door, Diderus is reminding you that this is the help he's given you. He opened the passage and gave you essentially surprise against the lizard folk that were contained there within. You realize this is his non-verbal answer. It's saying, I've already done everything I'm going to do for you.
He's not going to help us.
Can I search the walls for any hidden
You
other
absolutely
hidden
can.
doors?
Yes, go ahead and give me another blind check, Harmony, as you spend some time searching around this room. No, you do not find any other secret doors in this room. As a reminder, there are frescoes on the walls here, but nothing about them sticks out to you or seems odd in any way, Harmony.
So we're going to Plan A.
Plan A. Get ready.
Alright.
I was looking for. Sometimes mummies keep their
Is there
parts into jars. So if you see any jars, keep an eye out.
Before anyone does crazy shit, can I look on the other side of this door as I'm standing over here? Is there a way to get this open, or does it look like when Diderus dies, this is just gonna seal shut and completely fuck us?
No, once you know that it's there, unless there's some kind of magical lock which you can't see, you should be able to physically open it.
Okay. Then
Is it a vertical shaft, Adam? Like
It
where
is.
it goes up? Okay.
Yes.
head back around
So-
this way because my concern was we were gonna get sealed off from being able to go that way. So
Can we say before I moved around the room, Adam, that in this corner right here where Hugo's at, where the door is, I'm going to put that pickaxe that I have, the mining pick, as like a brace. Hopefully keep the stone up in case it drops on us.
So are you trying to line it up so that it basically is vertical from the base of the pick and the shaft is straight up, or just a little bit of a gap so that you would be able to get your fingers underneath the door if it came down?
Just a little bit of a gap, so because I feel like if a rock door fell, it would shatter the shaft of the mining pick. So I just want to use the metal bit as like a stopgap.
Okay, so you're laying it down horizontally and trying to align the metal piece of it right with the door itself.
Yep, that way,
Gotcha.
like right here on the edge. That way, if it does slam, that metal piece will keep it open just a tad, so we could pull it up if we needed to.
Okay, we will assume that you have done that.
Cool. Okay.
Alright, so how high is the room that we're looking at here? What's our battle room? Adam, is it?
This is a
Oh.
20-foot high chamber. As a reminder, you notice that there are braziers in each corner here. They all give off light, so the room is lit up. As you've passed by them, though, you don't feel any heat coming off of them. It seems to be just light. The massive stone sarcophagus sits atop a stepped stone dais in the center. The walls are decorated with life-sized frescoes showing some interesting images. I don't think you guys made too much of this with your checks, but there are some images there. Yeah, that's about all you notice here.
I want to. So Armini and Hugo, if he closes that door on you guys, you're fucked, right? Or like seriously?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
I use that mining pick to prop it open, but if it's shut, you'd still have to be able to open it. So
Yeah, so let's make sure we don't get separated. And
Okay.
Armini get around the corner because we.
And
need
do
to
we
have-
want to be on the other side or on this side, though?
This side is more room for us to.
we
try
want
to
to be
sample.
on this side.
okay, I will remind you guys that this is the side that he had all of his influence on when we came down, right? So if he calls in any extra participants to his aid or whatever, they're gonna come from that way.
Yeah,
Can
but we have no chance of retreating if we are on the other side.
Let's start burning the bodies that are here.
Ooh, good
Yeah,
call.
good-
Should we
Wait.
throw him down the hole?
Sure.
I don't know about that one. This is like we're thinking this is like the thing that was depicted on all the.
scrying pool.
Yeah, we maybe don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
No, but
I
we
was
could
thi-
throw
I was
him
thinking
over
it was
the
a well. I
bridge.
forgot what it was. Yeah.
But we get the bodies out of the way so he won't reanimate them.
We can throw him over the bridge.
Just
Would you
move
guys
them in.
like to spend the time moving them over there, taking them down, and then throwing them off the bridge?
Sure.
Yeah, he is an undead mummy, right?
All right.
I'll help.
Yeah.
So we will assume you guys spend about 5 minutes or so here, grabbing the bodies and then moving down, being very careful once you get down there, and then chucking them over the side.
All these ones too.
All right, so you're going to take all the lizard folk burnt bodies that are currently burnt to a crisp and do that. We'll assume based on, let's see, 2, 4, 6 bodies. So we'll say this is another about 10 more minutes as you guys do all this as well.
While we're doing that, I say, can I just ask the demon guys if they'll help us? I mean, worst case scenario, they just say no.
Worst case scenario, they attack us and then we're on.
Remember, they don't like Spectre.
Unless you made a deal with them. You want to make a deal with them?
I want all the help I can get.
No, that's a pretty good idea actually, because their boss is still alive. They won't get paid unless they help.
And then what? Then we have to fight them to get him from them.
No, we just pay them. I have lots of gold. I'll pay them whatever that vermin promised, and then we're done.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait. Spectre, what do you know about these things before we go and start making deals?
So I don't know if Spectre has actually encountered devils before. I think it's just like a visceral hatred, you know? Like an arachnophobe or something sees a spider and they're like, "Oh, fuck." But it's not like fear, it's more like if we're left alone in a room for more than like 30 seconds, we're going to fight to the death. Kind of animosity between them, you know.
I don't like. I don't like using them for help. I mean, I get it. We don't. That sounds risky because we're already limited on resources.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna turn one fight into two fights.
Does anybody disagree? Shall we try it anyways?
I mean, looking at Spectre's face, I'm gonna agree and not pursue the matter. I think she'll try to kill him, Harmony.
Okay, then I will stand here and take the brunt of all of his hatred. Good luck, friends.
Or
Nice
you can-
knowing you.
He liked all your gold before. Maybe you give him gold and he helps us.
I was in a different room.
Yes, totally different.
Oh, sorry. It's been a few weeks.
All right. Look, Dodoris. Before I do what I'm about to do, I hope you're listening with all your mighty awesomeness. You've got a great tomb here. I really like what you've done with the place. I appreciate you opening that door for us and letting us know the snake people are down there. But the only way we can do what we need to do is kill you. Way before you go crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what they asked us to do. So before we get into this crazy battle where some of us may die, either you or us, you great, powerful wizard, are you sure there's nothing we can do to curry your favor to help us get rid of these lizard folk from your home?
Blind check, Rasmus.
All right, I'm gonna pump my last hero point into it too, Adam.
I like that Dylan just threw the "Are you sure?" at the DM.
Yeah.
You hear almost like a buzzing sound from inside of the sarcophagus, and then the voice emanates once again. Tell the snake folk that you have destroyed me.
Oh,
Okay.
that's it. Plan C.
That's it. Just fucking lie.
Plan D.
Okay, I can do that.
Can
Will
you give us proof?
Yeah, will you show us proof? Or will you help us with that lie? Because we don't want to fight you, man. You're awesome.
You hear almost like a shaking about the room, and you notice in the four corners of this room where the frescoes are suddenly shatter and mummies come out from each.
Oh, man.
Hey, I checked for secret doors.
You sure did, and you did not roll high enough. So, as each one of them pops
You
out
never
of the
do,
corner,
babe.
you notice them slowly and monotonously walk out of the room. And again, I will just say here, you guys get the impression that essentially what he's saying is bring them back here. They're going to see that these are shattered, and that should be proof enough.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice
It's
roll
not
there.
a jar,
Good
but
job,
I'll take it.
Dylan.
Yes.
That was a
I'm gonna
30, by the way, Rasmus.
Good use.
Oh,
good use
what?
of the hero point for sure.
Yeah, I forgot you
Okay,
could use a
great.
hero point for that. That's awesome.
We'll be
Alright,
right back, sir, Mr.
As we pass by these now busted out areas, like, can we see, like, what were they just like little alcoves? Is there anything else there?
So they were frescoes that were made of very thin plaster. So when they broke through them, essentially what you see is, think of it as like, what are those Iron Maidens? You know, those things that are like you can open them and someone can get in. If you close it, they'd get pierced. Think of it like that. So the front opened, right? Except it was just thin plaster instead of like a swiveling opening. But no, you don't, on a quick glance, you don't notice anything inside of them other than space where the mummies were.
And I leave.
So all I had to do was like punch them.
Basically, yeah. So the check was a DC 15 investigation check, and unfortunately you didn't hit that. Otherwise, you would have determined that that's what it was.
Classic.
What we say in Boston, you're wicked awesome.
As we're walking, I'm just gonna look over at Kurtu and say, okay, so tell me more about how this works. So usually I just fight people. Right? I fight one side or fight the other side, but...
And a lot of times that works. I don't know. I mean, I'm just hoping now that I get the feeling that if we tell him they're dead, he did his shaky thing, and he knows what he's doing. He's ultimately powerful. So, I don't know, but I'm hopeful.
If you want to fight something, you can go fight those demon guys. I'm sure Spectre would help you.
Probably gonna
devils.
have to anyway, because we gotta leave the way we came.
Yeah, and we'll
They're
have
not gonna let us
Verum in
leave
tow.
with Verum.
Yeah.
Orders
Okay,
are
wait till everyone's in a group. Why are we always so separated? Pigs
I
me
was going
scared.
slowly. I got small feet.
Going the wrong way, Gale.
I hit the wrong
Gale.
button on the keyboard.
There we go.
When we go over the bridge again, just to clarify from last time, even with dark vision, you can't see the bottom of it. Is that right?
Correct. With 60-foot dark vision, that is correct.
There was a torch that Rasmus threw over his shoulder, and Hugo watched it as it fell down and got a sense of how far a little bit, but couldn't see the bottom.
Yeah, he could only hear.
In case they ask us how we did it, do we have a story to tell?
Yeah, we killed him and the mummies that came out of the walls. Come look.
Wait, hold on. Come back here.
Wait, no, go way back there.
We all look very healthy.
Ah, perfect. Okay, everybody form a line, and I'll punch each of you in the face.
No,
well,
we
you
just.
know, I keep my distance most of the time, so it stands to reason that I.
Well, then Army needs the healer. She just said she heals
she's a
everybody.
healer.
It's
She
no
healed us
big
back
deal.
up.
But we need to not
I
talk.
don't know how many spell slots we have.
We need to not talk in front of that door over there.
Okay, who's first for the punching? Spectre?
Spectre just explained to you that Spectre keeps her distance.
Yeah, I missed all of that, and you deprived me of a fight, and I did what you guys asked, and I asked
don't
him
worry.
really nicely. So just give me this, yeah? Let me punch you.
We're gonna fight the devils.
I'll take a punch.
I can't do that, Omni. You're very
The
sweet.
nice one takes
Oh,
the
you
punch.
can punch her, but not me. Or you can punch me, but not her. What the fuck?
It would be a little more believable if the people out in front had a scratch or two.
I'll take one. I'll take one. Give me one.
Well, look, how about this? Somebody punch me first. Yeah. Close my eyes so no one will know. Just go.
Well, again,
Wait, I
I'll
wanna
just
try
throw
to
this
punch
out there, guys. But remember your skills. Does anybody happen to be proficient with like disguise kit?
I have
Not
nothing
me.
that's no skills.
I don't think I get that until 3rd level. Let me check.
I have proficiency in painter supplies, hand drums, and playing cards. So this is my best bet here.
Could druid craft form wounds that don't exist?
Look, it's just super
I think
simple.
you realized how much of a stretch that was as you were saying it.
So next time I should ask it more believably.
Maybe you might be able to convince me if you're like, well, couldn't I use like berries that are reddish as blood? Something like that. I might fall for it.
I mean, technically, flesh is nature.
That
I don't
is true, yes. But I
I
don't
don't
see
think they're
anything
gonna
in the
be fooled
description of
by
the
it.
spell that would in any way indicate you could do that. I suppose you could make someone smell like a skunk if you wanted to, though.
Ooh,
We'll just tell them
we
that
could
Harmony
smell
healed
like
us up.
rotting death or something.
I think we already do, because we've been walking through this fucking tomb for like the last 6 hours.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
and
look.
but we do have these lizard people here. We can grab some of their goo and put it on some of you. Not me.
That's a great idea. Thank you, Kurtu. As Hugo had like a dagger out and was like almost about
He
to
just
stab
stabbed
himself. Yeah, he's like, oh my god, that's such a good idea. And he
Wait.
goes over.
I mean,
Of
he
course,
starts,
of course, the mummies are famous for their knife wounds. You know, that
No,
they-
but honestly, we look like we're in a fight anyway. I got blood all over me. I don't need to do that. I'm just healthy. That's all.
Come on, Gil. Just give me a good punch.
I'll punch you in the face, friend. Here's a nice
Who
little
wants
punch.
it?
Let's do it at the same time. Ready? I'll punch you. You punch me. Ready? Three,
Like in
two.
Rocky?
Yeah. Ready? Three,
Yes,
two,
yes.
one.
Go! I don't know how to punch, so.
For you, it's
You're not-
probably just going to be an unarmed attack. So just if you don't have it built in, just do a 1d20.
If this actually works, this is the silliest resolution to any we've ever done.
I'm not gonna try to dodge. So I don't. Your attack roll.
We'll
You're
assume it
good.
hits then.
I'll.
So what is your strength bonus, Gale?
4.
So 5
I
damage.
see you. I see you leaning up for your punch and how bad it's gonna be. So I just gently move over into the direction of your punch for you.
Thank you.
Hugo
Right in
will
my nose.
take a little bit of the blood from this corpse. Does it look like human's blood?
Yes. So you realize that this is a human, essentially has been, maybe you've heard this or maybe just putting two and two together. It's humanoid in shape, but like a snake head. So it's very much human-like, and yes, the blood is reddish, much like you'd assume comes from a human.
Okay. And he'll try to like put some of that on like his bandaged wounds from earlier.
Okay.
Just to make it like look more fresh, basically.
Throw me a blind check on that, just in case it becomes important, Hugo. Okay.
And then he'll ask the group, "Do I look okay? Does it look good?"
Looks good. The missing tooth really adds a layer.
Oh, that's always been there.
What?
I'm gonna cast guidance on Kurt too.
Okay, that will last for 1 minute.
Okay, let's go talk to him. Try this out. Expecto, you sure you don't want me to punch you?
I'm pretty sure. We're gonna get. Don't worry, we're gonna fight those devils, and it's gonna feel so great.
You can go get started.
Now, question: do you want me to go down there by myself first?
So as you guys are approaching, and Kurtu asks that question, I'll let you guys give an answer to that, but then we'll take our break before this next encounter. So is the plan for everybody to head in, or do you want to have Kurtu just go out ahead?
I feel like we don't need to all like go in. We can be in the area. They told us to kill the mummy. We're gonna tell them we killed the mummy, and we're gonna show them the room.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Diderus has enough magic to make it. I'm assuming what happened there with the frescoes and stuff is that Diderus has made it look like a battle took place. Is that a correct interpretation of what just happened?
Yeah, but if I rolled low, nobody else needs to die. Is what I'm thinking, and I am known for rolling kind of.
Well,
But
I don't know if you need to roll. They can just go up there and look.
Yeah, just come look.
Yeah.
Just walk in there. Hey, we got the guy. Let's come look. I'll show you. Tell him
Yeah,
to come
but-
follow us.
Somebody needs to have eyes on Kurt too as he goes in for sure.
Oh, I'm right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with him.
Yeah, and Kurt too, I would recommend that if they bring Verum with us, I don't know if they're going to, but if they bring Verum, just be next to him and be ready to like cast invisibility on him in case things go wrong and a fight breaks out, and maybe
Oh.
hopefully we can protect him from.
I've got good key too, so I can travel like 100 feet and around. So if I need to, I can and roll good on my initiative. I can
Oh.
thumb rush and try to grab him.
Guys, I know what's happened. So the Mummy Lord can't leave that place. He wants to kill the snakes too.
Maybe.
So
I would
he made a
imagine.
trap for them to come there. So yeah, we need to get.
That's what I was
make sure-
wondering when
yeah,
the mummies were going to the side. I mean,
Yeah,
Whisper it.
they went to
Okay.
hide. So this is an
We're
ambush.
talking
for
out
the-
of character.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an ambush. for
No,
the
no, no. This is all in character right
Well,
we're
outside
shouting-
where
we're
the
shouting
leader
out
snake is.
Don't worry, guys. We've got a plan to trick them.
snake. This is great. Oh,
Gail's on a
Some break.
walkie-talkie.
Finish this.
Over. Everybody hear me? All right, so it sounds like you guys
Let's
have
take
your
a break.
plan in motion then. So we'll
Yeah.
go ahead and pause here, take our 15-minute break, and we will see how successful this is on the other side. So see everybody in 15.
See everyone for the inevitable clusterfuck. I'm gonna go take.
All right. Alrighty, we are on the second half of our session here. The team is getting ready to approach the snake folks and try to come up with a negotiation or let them know what has occurred here and see how that goes. So, team, I will let you guys get back to it.
I will just wait here for our leader or somebody to talk to the peoples.
So Kurtu does this. Because he can't really whistle and he doesn't want to use the real whistle. And I start kind of coming up here.
I just have a
Archer, I
black
thought you were
screen.
gonna go.
What do you? What?
Don't talk by that door.
Hugo, I don't even see your token on the map. Did you accidentally delete him?
I didn't think so, but
I'm not sure where you are, but I'll just redrag you on there. You should be good.
okay.
So Kurtu just says,
Wait, well, there's a door right there, and that lady is there.
yeah. So just I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. I don't trust her with her I don't trust them because they tried to cast spells on me last time. So Adam, I'm going to say who's going with me, or in the area here.
We
So
kinda all are, I think.
Yeah.
The rest of us are just gonna hang around the corner.
So I cast this here at a level 2 so I can get 4 people. I will get myself I will get Brian, Rasmus, and Harmony, since I think you'll be out in the back, I'll go ahead and get Hugo. That's the 4.
Alright, you cast a spell. You know it only has a duration of 1 minute, so you'll want to move quickly to take advantage of it, but the 4 people you've just indicated are now blessed.
Go around the corner and talk to him.
Yeah.
And you know you have guidance, right?
Well, that may run out too, so you want to cast it on me real quick?
I did already.
No, but do it again.
All right, talk fast.
Talk fast.
Okay, good.
You ever seen a Micro Machines commercial?
That takes me back.
I mean, there's one space a second, right? So you can get there.
So I'm going to kind of walk in slowly. I'm going to be like,
Okay, so we did our end of the bargain. It's your turn to do yours.
You
Give
notice
us-
the big snake in the back here turns and looks at you. Again, its head moving at these really strange angles. You say the Mummy Lord has been destroyed?
No.
Yes, he vanished, and it was harder than we thought. There was more mummies that came out of the walls, but it took us a while, but they're all defeated now.
You notice the snake's tongue comes out of its mouth and it flicks up in the air rapidly, a few moments at a time, and then it looks back. Nothing's different.
I don't know about that or how that happens. All I know is that his esophagus thing is destroyed, his mummy friends are destroyed. So, I mean, if you don't believe me, I think the best thing for you to do is I can show you.
If you don't mind, also, we fought a really big dragon one time, and her I don't know, Leia or whatever, it took a couple of days for the stuff to go away, like all the ice and everything, so maybe in a couple of days everything will wear off that you're talking about, but if you'd like proof, we can show you.
You notice the snake head moves back and forth once again as it looks peering towards you very carefully. Kurtu, once again, you notice as its mouth moves, you feel this magic start to fall upon you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw here. You are blessed. I don't think guidance helps with saving throws, so that won't help you here, but you are blessed.
can I use my, can I also use a hero point on that?
You can.
I feel
yes.
like you know this is coming.
Okay.
Hey,
we
not
had
bad,
5.
right?
Yeah, right? second highest roll you can get on him.
Can I
Right, you're a
donate my
sorcerer, right?
to him? Oh, he's fine.
23 plus bless. Okay, so he motions his head and speaks these magical words, and as he's speaking them, he says, "Speak true."
We have defeated the evil mummy and his friends.
You notice the snake flicks the air one more time with his tongue, and then he looks at the one next to him, and he speaks in a language that you don't understand and fairly quietly, so you're not sure you'd be able to pick up the words anyhow. And then he turns and looks back to you. "I will send one to confirm what you say." And you
Great.
notice this one starts moving.
Okay, this way, just down the hallway this way. We'll be right back.
Hey, make sure that your friend has a soul in his body.
As you step back up, Gale, he stops for a moment, then he sees you backing away again.
Give him a nod as he goes by.
Should we follow him or what?
Maybe one or two.
Down
But
this hallway.
You notice as he gets to here, Gale, he wraps his hand on the door.
Oh, that's not where he was down this hallway to the left.
He flicks his face and looks at you, but does not speak. The door is then opened from the other side. And you notice the woman once again, speaking in a tongue that only Spectre would understand, and loud enough now that you can actually hear this, Spectre. The first one says to the woman, "Doctor, go and check. They claim to have defeated the Mummy Lord." And you see she steps out and just does a real cursory glance amongst all of you before turning on her heel and beginning to walk in that direction.
Oh, you're a doctor. That must be a very rewarding profession.
You would not understand that language, Gale, so you're not sure what was said.
Go along, Spectre.
Yeah, I start following. And I believe Gale can see in the dark, right?
That is correct. I'm excellent vision in the dark.
Yeah. So once I get far enough away from Hugo, I vanish.
And
Does she seem bothered by the fact that Gale is following her?
She doesn't take any notice of it, perhaps, or doesn't react in any way. You notice once she gets to here, she does kind of motion to not allow her long, what kind of looks the combination of maybe like a lab coat to long skirts. She pulls them up so that they don't trail on the corpses here.
Watch your step because it's slippery.
She doesn't react in any way, but you do see she moves slowly as though perhaps she already knows this.
Splitting the party, we're gonna die.
Hey, Spectre, where are our friends?
Waiting back. It would be suspicious if we...
Waiting for their death?
It would be suspicious if we all turned around and followed her.
You notice she enters the room, and as she does so, Gale, you can see the sarcophagus now is slightly ajar.
Did she open it, or
She did not.
was it open? Okay.
Yeah, so the four mummies, if you can see in the corners, they popped out of there and they scared us, but they are destroyed similarly.
You see her eyes flick to each corner, and then she raises them and peers at you very intently, Gale. "Did you find some kind of jar?"
Well, we, no. We weren't interested in stealing stuffs.
Her eyes narrow once again as she speaks, and again in this language that you don't understand, in a bit of a whisper. And you see she starts looking around on the ground. She angles her head a bit to look through the slit in the sarcophagus lid, seeing what she can see inside.
Yeah, maybe it's still in there.
You see she scans about the room very carefully. Once she gets here, you see she looks to the north and then looks back towards you, Gale, and she pulls down the secret door. As she does, she turns and looks at you very intently now, and you see her hand actually reaches out, and as it does, you can see it seems to change in some fashion as her hand lengthens and starts changing in color.
Oh. I step back and give me some room, not to draw my sword, but just get back. What is that?
As it changes, you notice a bit of light suddenly emerges from the end of her hand. I'm showing Gale what this looks like, and I'll show this to Eye of the World too, just so our watchers can see this, but the rest of the team would not be able to see this. She eyes you very intently as this occurs, and you see this light at the end of this very elongated hand now at this point, and she says, "Do you really think this would be good enough to fool them?"
Well, we hope, because we just want the little man, and then I don't know what the big fight's about, but we're just trying to leave and not cause trouble, but try to help in some way. Do you have any advice to make it more convincing?
And you notice her face actually cracks a slight smile. "Well, if they're trusting in what I say, I will go along with your ruse for now, but allow me to excuse myself before you make your way out."
Oh, by all.
And then the door is suddenly flung open once again. As she reaches down, you notice as her hand goes down, it changes once again back to a normal humanoid hand, and she lifts the door up looking, and as the light spills into that area, you're obviously visible at this point, Spectre. You see she just notices you, her eyes lock onto yours, but she doesn't say anything.
That's fine. I'm getting the impression from listening through the door that it was smart of us to have a contingency here, but I don't react in any way, so.
All right, during this time, team that is remaining down by the other snake folk, is there anything in particular that you are doing?
Yeah, I'm going to ask.
So, now that you've got him asleep or without his brain or whatever, when we take him back, how do we get him to go with us? How long does your spell last on him?
And you notice the big snake, its head once again swiveling around as it looks towards you, and it speaks now in Draconic towards you. "Why do you follow with these lesser beings? You should be working with us."
I am a Dragoran, and you're right. You guys seem really cool and all, but unfortunately, I am on a different mission. I am in searching for the great golden worm.
You notice the snake just kind of eyes you. You can't really read its expression as it's very inhuman, of course. And once again, it speaks in Draconic. "As you say, once you leave with a dwarf, it will take perhaps a day or two before he will rouse."
You are a wise one, let me ask. Do you happen to know the giant ancient golden dragon Vakastria? That is who I seek.
You notice its head motions around as it sort of scans, almost like scanning the room perhaps. "We are not interested in golden dragons."
I understand, so my search continues, but thank you for the invite to join your clan.
He seemingly just watches you at this point intently.
What did he say, Kurtu?
He said he understands that I'm the great Dragorn of the region, and he was just telling me how wonderful that was.
All right.
I recognize 40% of it, but the 40% that I recognize completely confirmed Kurtu's story.
You notice the woman walks through the room now, gliding about very elegantly as she does so. She approaches the very large snake and speaks in very hushed tones once again in that language that you all don't understand. And this goes back and forth for perhaps a minute or so before you notice the snake nods and slithers up in this direction. You see the woman grabs on, like reaches out a hand, and you guys are kind of far away, so you probably don't really notice this, but you see she kind of grips him by the shoulder and seems fairly easily able to just drag him with little effort.
Is that because he's weak, or she seems superhumanly strong?
You would probably guess the second part.
Hey, Adam, not to stop the flow, but can I do that on her? And I'd like to know current hit points and con.
Okay, yes, you eye her a bit and get a sense of what she's about. Alright, you see she gets to here, and she just lets go of the dwarf as he slumps to the ground there.
I grab him.
Okay,
Yeah.
and as you do, she says, I would recommend you leave here momentarily. And she says this last word very intentionally as she turns and starts moving at a quicker pace.
Gil, let me have him, Gil. I'll put him on my back. I can move faster.
Okay, fine. Dude, take it, but don't drop him.
I'm not gonna drop him. I'm stronger than you.
What do you mean momentarily? What does that mean? What?
I don't.
Do we get an
Just get out
impression
of
that
here.
she means like once she's gone?
I would say you read that perfectly, Spectre.
Excellent. So once she has rounded the corner and is gone, I will.
Where's
gesture
Harmony? Why did she run
Going.
off to follow?
Harmony.
I thought we were leaving. We're not leaving?
Oh,
Momentarily.
hold on. We got to pause for a beat.
So as I kind of wait for time here or whatever, I'll just say,
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your new temple. The temple is yours.
Okay, let's go. Come on,
Let's
Cartoon.
go.
No more talking.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Verum is on my back, Adam.
Okay.
This dwarf's bigger than me.
He's on my back.
So we're getting out of here. She's out of my vision, so I'm gonna assume that's enough from the impression that I got. So
Let's get the fuck out of here.
we
Quick.
splitting.
Come on, Harmony.
Sorry, her room just looked really cool.
I'm gonna slow
Yeah.
down. Slow down at the bridge.
You think they're gonna chase us? I guess it doesn't matter. We've got him now.
Let's not invite anything upon ourselves.
I'm gonna move at like quarter pace, Adam, because I got somebody on my back.
Okay.
Imagine dropping him now.
whoops.
Okay, so rather than make you guys walk all the way out of here, is your intention to head right for the exit, or is there something else you're planning to do?
Exit. Nothing else I'm planning to do.
What
Yeah, we're
about
getting.
devils?
So you're making your way, obviously, by the devils. That's the way you came in. That would be the way you'd have to go out.
Yeah, but they're gonna see us carrying him out, and I don't think they're gonna let us
Fair
take
point.
him. Yeah. So what we should do is we should is he like catatonic, or is he like
He is
catatonic and
not
unconscious?
conscious in any fashion. His eyes are closed. He is breathing, so you can tell
Okay.
he's alive. But yes, he is not in any way conscious.
And we should just leave him around the corner, and we should kick this fucking door open and kill these fucking devils. I can even use Pass Without Trace if we want to get the best chance of getting a jump on him.
You don't think maybe I could put a cloak on and just have him on my back?
No. They're not going to let us leave with their boss, unless you have some way of making him invisible.
Yes, you can make him invisible, Kurtu.
I just don't. I'm not gonna put him down. Not with these lizards behind us. I mean,
Yeah,
if
but
we
I
take
can-
our-
Point of reference, as you've re-entered this room, Gale, you would notice this in particular. The sarcophagus is once again how it was when you first spotted it.
Going through. Hi, mummies. Hey, how you doing? Bye.
And I'm going to whisper,
Thank you.
You do good work.
Peaceful eternal rest to you.
This
Now-
door is still open, right? This
It
one?
goes to a flooded, like a...
Yeah.
That door is open, but yes, it is filled with rubble as it has completely collapsed that area, spilling out into the room you're currently inspecting.
Okay, so I'm looking at this.
That would
there's
be the fastest
absolutely-
way
yeah,
out,
there's
though.
absolutely no way we could like dig through here. Like just make a small 5-foot wide path. It's just like completely full. There's no chance of that.
Sure, but it would take a significant amount of time for somebody of your size to get through that area.
We don't have a significant amount of time. Fastest way is through the devils.
That they might have already been paid.
well, just remember, I may be able to, let me see how many sorcery points I have left. I may be able to twin spell that.
Because it's everything that Rasmus is carrying, though, right? But and also
That
doesn't the
is
living
a-
creature doesn't the person need to be willing to be turned invisible?
No. A creature you touch.
Oh, then yeah, just turn him invisible. Let's go.
Anything the
If you
target
can
is
twin it,
wearing.
Yeah.
Let's go. Turn him
Adam,
invisible.
how do
We're
you
out.
read? Adam, how do you read that in regards to carrying, since he's carrying a body?
No, I would say it would not turn another person invisible, just because that person's being carried. That would open up a whole lot of can of worms for weirdness
Yeah.
of the spell. But you could certainly twin a spell and target two
Yeah.
people.
It also it only lasts a minute on this one. So
Yeah.
Right,
So
right, yeah.
We cast it and then we
Alright.
like double time.
I'm the only one here that doesn't need his hands to fight. I can use my head, my legs.
We're not fighting. Stop it. We're getting out of here right now with
What?
our prize. No more fighting. Go turn the little man invisible and we leave. You don't need
We're
to
having
twin
this
anything.
conversation in this room.
My goodness, why are we trying to complicate
Not right
stuff?
at the fucking
Twin the stupid dwarf and let's leave.
Hold on, I'm counting how many sorcery points I have versus what the spell costs. Hold on.
Deep breaths, everyone. Deep breaths.
Why are we complicating fighting devils
Yeah.
for? Let's go.
Because I really want to kill him, you guys. You have no fucking idea.
yeah, she's like shaking over that.
Bad news for you guys. I can't twin it. I only have 3 sorcery points left, and it's a
Then
4th level
make
spell.
him invisible, and
Yeah, you don't-
Rasmus will just try to fake that he doesn't.
Yeah, he's just fine. He's carrying a little dwarf. He
He's
should be
gonna-
fine.
And
He's
then when
got
they
a bad
attack
back.
him, they're not gonna hit him. 'cause
Well,
he's
wait,
their
wait.
boss and they need to pay him, or they need him to pay them. So they're not gonna hit him like the Yanti would. So we make him invisible, and then if we can't slip by, then we fuck him up.
Yeah, we got to get out of here though.
Let's go right now. We got to move.
I
Turn
know.
him invisible. The dwarf, not
Hold-
Rasmus.
Right, okay. I'll go ahead and just cast invisibility on the dwarf then.
Regular invisibility?
No, it's greater. I traded it out a couple levels ago.
Okay, so
So
you
it's
know the
just greater.
spell will last only a minute, so keep that in mind.
Right, but I'm going to cast it once we get up to whatever that room is
Or,
that we
like,
thought.
Right now. Hi,
that-
everybody.
Cast it in this room, and then we walk this way very quickly.
So the door's already open. Rasmus is at the doorway. So let me check the
gosh.
vision real quick.
We discussed it though. This was the intention.
Yeah,
I
half
thought he
the
was
people
casting
kept
it.
walking. I'm reading.
So what I will say, Kurtu, you tell me what your intention was.
My intention is back in this room here was to cast greater invisibility on the dwarf.
Okay, so we will assume that's what happened. Make sure you burn that slot, so cast it so that it actually burns it. You've cast that. You get 1 minute now of this greater invisibility. Rasmus, you're obviously holding on to this guy. He's on your back, you said, right? So you're basically have him slumped over. I assume you've got like his arms wrapped around your neck, and you're using an arm
like
to
drag
hold
him.
his 2 hands there.
Oh, we gotta get out of here, guys.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
Goodbye.
anything. I'm just walking until they say something.
It's crazy in there. We messed up. We gotta go.
All right. And so as you enter this area, they don't seem to care or react that you're moving on through. Their eyes do follow you, Spectre, but other than that, they don't seem to react.
They keep
I'm
doing
Mad
a
Dog
bang up
now.
job. Spectre, get out of here.
Nice to meet you.
See, they're true professionals. I don't know why you don't like them, Spectre. They're just doing their jobs.
Feels really weird to carry something invisible.
Yeah, try riding an invisible horse.
As he said with his library voice.
All right, as you get back into the library area here, I'm going to go ahead and freeze the tokens momentarily. It's right about this time that the invisibility would start to fail, so seconds later, the dwarf suddenly becomes visible once again. You will see that the ruined area here of the library, there's like dust swirling around as before, and you think you hear a faint sound of humming.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
who cares? Let's go.
Guys, what about the boulder trap? Are we going to be able to get him over that?
If we're gonna be able to find a place to long rest after this, I'll just dimension Doris out of here.
Oh, if you still have magic left, yeah, just dimension door back into that other room so he doesn't have to.
What? Are you really debating whether or not I can jump over 10 feet, Spectre?
Carrying a 300-pound dwarf? I don't know, can you? Demonstrate. Because if he gets hit by that boulder, he's fucking dead.
Okay, so I remind you that I have Step of the Wind, which doubles my jump, plus Mirthful Leaps, which gives me a D8.
Does Rasmus think he can do this with the load he's carrying?
What's this door over here?
Rasmus can literally jump like almost 30 feet at his maximum.
Right,
Okay.
but they're worried about the weight capacity, so I'm just trying to double check the jump rules real quick.
I don't want to fuck this up at the finish line. Okay. We just gotta consider
I
every.
hear you. I got 18 strength too.
I mean, if you don't mind me blowing a big part of my magic, I can dimension door with him.
Did anybody check this door on the way in?
I thought this was like a window. Is that right, Adam? Adam's
It is no. I'll give you a description here in 1 second. So what I would say, Rasmus, is you feel with the extra weight of the dwarf, basically your jump, all of your jump stuff would be halved. So if you feel like you can cover it with half, then you'd be fine. Okay, so in this room, looking in that area, so just as a reminder, room smells of incense. There's rich tapestries on the walls. On the south wall, a chute large enough only for a small character to squeeze through lets in light from the outside.
Okay. It's a chute.
A chute, yep.
Probably not a
Easily,
good idea to
Spectre.
shove the dwarf through there.
No, but I can easily make that jump.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Then we make the
All right.
jump.
Then
All
Rasmus
right.
goes first. We go one at a time.
Oh, it's only 5 feet too, right? It's not even 10 feet.
Yep, you would just need to clear. So basically, as long as you can make 6 feet at half to jump, you're good.
Yeah, so I can make. So I would be able to jump 17 plus a D8 without using key. So half of 17 is already over.
Okay, so you're getting a running jump, and you're going to jump the 17.
Yep, and then
Remember, you have to, because he's on your back, right? So does he count as being in Rasmus's space, or is he one space behind him?
No, he's
Does
in
the
Rasmus's
dwarf-
space.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
I'll-
I'm gonna
I'll
put him
have
on
to-
like a baby Bjorn, so he's in front of me. I'll switch him around so he's baby Bjorn style.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
easy
I will
jump.
go next, and with a running jump, I can do it easily.
Wait. Let me get completely out of here with
Once
this
he's all
dude.
the way out of here and around the sun plat, I will do it. We established this the first
Good.
time we came through. With a running jump, I can jump this no problem. So I do that.
I will also do a running jump as well. Boop.
Get around the sun thing.
Wait, somebody might need to throw Kurtu.
Go to.
As long as
Do you
your
need me to
strength
throw you?
score is 6 or higher, you should be good.
I have an 8. Yes.
I'll bring up the rear.
Which is really strong for a Dragorn, though, just to let you know. Usually there are 7.
You look like it.
I've been working out.
I see the definition. Alright, you want to go next?
Sure. That way there, if I fall, you can heal me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Harmony, yeah, you want to get on the other side of.
You know, we've got the dwarf. The rest of us could just leave. Oh, never mind.
This dwarf smells really bad, guys.
Is that
He's
everyone?
alive, though.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Okay, so we just, hey Rasmus, we just walk through and don't make eye contact and be confident, and we
Yep,
fine,
eyes
right?
forward.
Yeah, no baby back bitch, right? Remember, no little bitches. Everybody, eyes forward. Clench your butt cheeks and walk.
Alright.
Are you clenching, Hugo?
Oh, you know it.
It's hard to tell through your armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna crack a walnut in there.
Gale, you climb down the ladder and get down to the soft dirt and sand below.
I feel like kissing
Oh, no.
it at this point.
We're gonna have to gently lower him with a fucking rope or something.
Whatever. I'll jump off and I'll use slow fall at him.
Okay, you're able to do so.
I can't. Climb down the ladder.
That lady's out here. She wants to talk to us, I'm sure.
As you guys descend, all of you except Kurtu, you feel a trembling underneath your feet.
You get a chance to.
Harmony tries to
Yeah.
move.
Kurtu!
Okay, Spectre, as you feel this trembling, you are the first to react.
Okay, do I see the bounds of what is happening?
The bounds, no.
Do I see Kurtu react in any way?
No.
I am going to use my movement to go back up the ladder and up here. Do I feel the trembling? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
Once you get up to this area, you do not.
Okay, 25.
You're going backwards.
Yeah, there's shit happening down there. I draw my bow and I ready a shot for anything that seems hostile.
Okay. Rasmus, you're the next to act.
Gotta get that dwarf out of there.
Yeah. Rasmus has this dwarf on his back, so he's just gonna kind of stay next to Gale here, and sensing that everybody's kind of got on edge, he will do a dodge as his action and just hold steady.
Okay.
Not gonna move the dwarf out of the. Okay.
Out of the what? Where? Wait, you want me to move here? I'll move here, if that makes Spectre feel better.
Hugo.
Is this like a rock over here? What is
That is a statue.
statue, okay. Okay, so Hugo's gonna run over to the statue and try to climb up on the statue.
Okay. Yeah, so you move over and you start awkwardly climbing up this statue. You get maybe 6 feet high up on it before you realize it would take some effort to pull yourself up higher than this. You can use your action if you wish to climb up higher.
Does it feel like it's vibrating unsteady as well?
You don't feel the vibration nearly as strongly when you're on the statue.
Okay. As his action, he will climb up to the as high as he can get on the statue.
Okay, so you climb up another 10 feet or so, so you're about 15 feet off of the ground at this point, near the very tip of the statue. I imagine your feet are kind of like around the neck of the statue and you're holding on tightly.
Yep. And then he's sort of just looking around for any sort of source of the rumbling, obviously, but I'm assuming it's probably from underground, so that's the end of his turn.
Okay, fair enough. All right, before Arminy's turn, Hugo, as you're watching very carefully, you notice a large shape just suddenly crest through the sands, breaking the ground.
We got company!
As
Adam,
it does, you see a huge creature. This creature is absolutely massive with a massive maw. This jaw is just open incredibly wide. Yeah, I think I heard a question there.
Have we faced this before? The picture looks familiar.
Yes.
I don't recall if you guys have or not.
Yes, we did. I remember. I fought one. I don't remember which campaign it was. It was either Strahd or it was either freaking...
Well, that would
Okay,
change
if it
things.
wasn't, yeah, if it wasn't the, I just wasn't sure if it was in this campaign, because then maybe we would know something about it. I just couldn't remember. It just looks like a familiar picture.
Yep,
But
yeah, no worries. So you notice as the creature ascends through the sand and breaks the surface, it moves quickly towards the group here. As it moves in this way, you notice it suddenly crouches, leaps into the air, and comes smashing down atop the three of you. So as it lands here smashing on top of the three of you, each of you will need to make your choice of a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Oh, Bless is off. Let me take Bless up. But you'll take my 14, right?
Yes.
Okay, Adam, if that fails, I'm going to Indomitable it.
That has failed.
I get my reaction, right? Because I said I was prepping a shot for bad shit happening?
Yes.
Or is that too generic? Okay.
Has a
I'll shoot
minute
it-
passed?
I'll shoot it when it... I'll try shooting it when it lands.
A minute has passed, yes, so Bless would not be in effect if that's the one you're wondering.
Well, guidance too. I just wanted to...
Yes, guidance would be off as well. So that was a strength save you made there, Gale, so that will fail. So that +1 you won't get because that says Dex only, so that's a 17. Okay, so Gale failed, Arminy failed.
I'm going to roll now, Adam. I was just waiting for a split there so I could say that I've got advantage because of evasion and danger sense.
Evasion won't help here, but danger sense. Post danger sense for me?
So that's stuff you could see.
Dexterity saving throws against effects.
Yeah,
If it's
you can definitely see this, so yeah, I'll say that applies. But you would have to, obviously, you would have to choose dexterity at that point.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting for everything to settle down, because I was going to do dexterity for that reason, and then it gives me advantage there.
Okay, so you will succeed. So you succeed, Gale and Arminy fail. Spectre, as you see the creature, you take a shot. Your shot will hit. Obviously, you've seen it far before it was near them, so this would not include sneak attack or anything, but go ahead and post damage. All right, so as your arrow hits the creature, it is wounded. Well, you guys can't see that health bar. Let me reveal that real quick. Okay. As the creature smashes down, I'm going to go ahead and post this now. Okay, so those of you that failed, you're going to take 37 points of damage from this, and you are knocked prone. So I'm going to apply that to both Gale and to Arminy. Okay, Rasmus, you will take half, so that's going to be 18
He
points
takes
of
nothing because it's evasion, right? Evasion on a succeed?
No, evasion only applies to like post evasion, but I don't think that would work in this.
Oh, yeah. Well, area.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, his body isn't an area effect spell. He's just big. But either way.
Let me just read. I want to try to do this the right way. I mean, yeah, I would say it applies because it says dexterity, and if you fail it, you take half damage. So yeah, I would say it applies. So you will take no damage from this effect then, but now you must choose So let's see, you get to move 5 feet, but unfortunately where it landed, 5 feet won't get you out of the creature's space. So because you cannot get out of the creature's space, you will still fall prone. So take a 5-foot move if you want to. You don't have to, but take a 5-foot step in any direction that you wish, and then you will fall prone in that space.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this one here.
Okay, so then you move there, then you are considered prone because you're still within the space. I'm going to apply that. Okay, so after the creature lands and does this effect, the 3 of you are prone now, and it's going to determine who it attacks with its second attack randomly. So I'm going to say Gale's 1, Armony's 2, Rasmus's 3. So Rasmus, it is going to attempt to attack you. You are prone, so this attack will be at advantage, so give me a defense roll at disadvantage.
It levels out because I was dodging. Doesn't matter.
Okay, you will be struck by this massive jaw that bites into you, and you will take 40 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
You!
All right, after that bite happens, again, you're baby Bjorning the dwarf at this point. He's definitely getting hit by this, both by the effect, like you're doing the best you can to try to absorb this, but you can definitely tell he's not completely unscathed from this effect. Armony.
Let's get out of here!
I mean, you have
Run!
to hit the dwarf.
I have to what?
Yeah, is he alive, Adam? Can I look down at him? Is he dead?
You cannot tell in the heat of battle. You would need to use like an action to do a medicine check to see if he's alive.
I'm not like pinned underneath him, right? Like I can still stand up.
You cannot stand up in his space because, because he's huge, you technically could, but if you remain in his space, it's disadvantage. It's not good for you to be there. Let's put it that way. So you can move out of his space by crawling if you wish, and that would be treated as difficult terrain. You could stand up, spend half your movement, and then move out. Your choice.
Okay.
Let's get out of here! Run! With our prize!
He's dead, Gale.
Yeah. It's hard to tell in the heat of battle, but it looks like I'm carrying around a ragdoll.
We can kill this thing. Rasmus can like try to get him out, but I don't know. I don't know if Adam is giving him death saves. I doubt it.
So I definitely want to step out. So I guess if I have to crawl.
Okay, so count that as 10 feet. You crawl out from underneath this massive creature.
And I guess we will Primal Savage or no. All right, I'm gonna wild shape.
I'm gonna shout real quick at him, just as he's like chomping on my leg. I'm gonna say, Harmony, run away! If he bites you once, you're dead.
So you crawled out. That's 10 feet of your movement. You're still prone. So if you wild shape, you can do that, but you'll still be prone. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
Okay, and what would you like to wild shape into?
Hopefully something that flies away.
I can't fly. But I'd like to wild shape into giant badger.
Okay, so you are a level 3 druid, and a giant badger is a CR1 quarter, so that will work. All right, so that will take your action. You will shapeshift into a giant badger who is prone. So let me get that on screen. Okay, and then while I'm establishing this, what are you doing now that you're a giant badger?
Well, I assume I can't like burrow from being prone. I would still need to stand up.
I mean, you could, but unfortunately, if you'll notice there, the burrow speed is 10 feet only, and you've already spent 10 feet, so your movement in a round is additive. right? So you spent 10 feet. You would have what is your normal speed in this form? Or in your form?
40.
Okay, so you would have 30 feet left in your form. Once you shapeshift, you would have 20 feet now of badger movement and 0 of burrow, right? So your speeds are reduced the same way.
But I'm going to stand up.
Okay, so if you stand up, the badger speed is 30, so standing up would cost you 15. So now you are no longer prone, and you would have 5 feet left in badger form.
Okay. Well,
does that track? You follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move Harmony back to here, and we'll put the badger there. You should now have access to the badger token. So let me just make sure the badger has vision. Yes, okay, the badger's vision is turned on, so you should be all set. So you've got 5 feet of movement left as a giant badger. What would you like to do?
And so like my mobile and everything, none of that applies while you're in the wild shape form, right?
No, it does. As long as it can be used reasonably, because the body can use those abilities, because that's a feat, it will work.
Okay. I mean, because if I step away right now, it'll have an opportunity attack, right?
Correct. So, okay, so it was your plan to try to burrow into the ground? Is that what you were trying to do?
Well, in hindsight, I feel like I should have asked if I could have wild shaped while I was underneath him and then see if I could burrow, but...
So because you have mobile, that would increase your speed by 10, so I would assume that increase your burrow by 10 as well. So that would give you 20. So if your goal is to burrow into the ground 10 feet, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'd like to do that rather than nothing.
Okay, so we will assume you are now burrowed 10 feet in the dirt. The creature does not take or get an opportunity attack. You're not sure which one, but you're 10 feet in the dirt now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll leave your tokens just like that. Okay, Kurtu, you are up.
I'm going to try to turn him into a turtle.
Okay, so go ahead and cast your spell, and this is a spell effect roll. I think this is con, right?
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I picked a con. I wouldn't have bothered trying.
Come on, Bill. One time.
Oh, I forgot. I got to push that button, huh? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Spell effect roll.
He's a turtle.
It is successful. He has turned into a turtle.
And I'm going to say,
don't kill him. He'll turn back into a giant creature.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not killing him.
Don't kill him.
We're running away. Let's go.
Or you can pick him up and...
So that's essentially a game. That's basically an encounter ender right there, assuming nobody does anything dumb. So rather than waste all of our time here going through all the rounds, is everybody agreeing to follow Kurtu's instructions and nobody strike it, and you guys are just getting out of here?
But wait.
The dwarf.
Wait. While we're still in initiative and we have seconds here instead of minutes, Adam, I would like to use my turn in this 12 seconds from here
stay in
to
initiative
heal
then.
this.
So I think I know what you're... Okay, let's do that real quick. So Kurtu, he is polymorphed into a turtle. I'm just going to put a little icon on him here, and not to try to find like a turtle picture or anything like that. But is there anything else you're doing on your turn, Kurtu?
I'm just going to tell the people,
either leave him alone or put him in the bag of holding. Either or.
No, we're not touching.
Okay, Gale, your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm going to go to Rasmus in my turn. Should I give him a healing potion? I have one right here.
No, Rasmus has one.
I have one too, but go ahead. Your turn is before mine.
Yeah, so, Adam, I have one that says page 17 or room 17. That's the only one I have. Remember you told me to write that on?
No, take the one off my belt. Take the one off my belt. We're not giving him an unknown
That's
potion.
an unidentified potion.
Yeah.
We have no idea what that does.
Okay, I'll take the belt and I'll put it in his throat.
Okay,
it's on my belt, Adam.
It's from Rasmus.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Rasmus, is that just a standard potion healing?
Yeah, it's in my slot 1 on my belt. Standard potion of healing.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 2, Gale. Go ahead and roll that. All right. As you pour this down Varum's throat, you notice his eyes suddenly open as he is now conscious. So you got him in Baby Bjorn, like you said, Rasmus, but you guys are both prone as you're no longer under this large creature. So he suddenly opens his eyes and. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going through his head at the moment, but that is what has happened.
This is not the kind of game I signed up for.
We're like a couple with the baby. Is he okay? Is he okay?
And look,
Yeah,
and
this was a turtle for a minute, right? So we stand up and run away. Is
Yeah,
that
we
not
gotta-
doing anything?
An hour.
Well,
Polyamorph,
You've
an
got
hour.
plenty
Yeah.
of time, right? So as
Okay.
long as you're not trying to do anything crazy, the creature I would say is so confused by the fact that it's a turtle. It is kind of just wandering around and like trying to dig into the dirt and can't really do that and kind of circles around. It looks very, very confused. So Armony as a badger, rather than again play this out, we will assume eventually little badger head pokes up, looks out, realizes, oh yeah, okay, everything's good. So you follow at that point in time, whether you stay in badger form or revert, either way, we will assume you guys are able to get a good distance away from
Fuck
this
outta
place
here.
safely. So yeah, clutch moment there. We'll go ahead and get us off this map and back over
good
to the world
freaking
map.
roll.
This is not good for my heart. Bill, you just saved the whole fucking mission.
I was sitting there going, I was like, I've always wanted to turn him into a turtle.
Yeah, if that didn't work, I was really worried. Because if his bite did 30 points of damage, if he would have bit me, Armony, or Gale one more time, it would have been kaput.
Oh, actually, it was 40 points of damage.
It was 40, yeah.
I'm sorry, I did 40 points, but my brain wanted to make it seem better somehow.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I
you
did
guys
40.
find yourself a little bit away from the Serpent Hills at this point in time, and doing the best you can. As a reminder, you guys left the carriage a distance away from this tomb that you have been exploring, and left it there in safety, as Armony had found a very reclusive area that she was quite confident nobody else would find, just how well protected it was.
Did we? Okay, so did we find it again, or are we looking for it?
Well,
currently?
I guess that'd be my question to you guys. Is your intent to just go right to the carriage? Is there anything in particular you're doing? Anything other than just making a beeline for where you left it?
Yeah, can I knock him out, Varum? Can I?
Heal him up and knock him out.
Just be careful.
I would say he
No.
is so confused at this point in time that he's not sure what's going on. So yeah, if you want to say that you want to knock him out, yeah, we can say you've done that.
Why don't we just tie him up with a rope?
We can do both.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can knock him out first, because I don't, like we're traveling through forest and stuff, and
He might start
it's just,
screaming.
yeah, it's easier to just knock him out. I
Hugo's
just like
gotta
baby
like,
born headbutt him.
Hugo will scoop up the turtle and try to like position
No,
it so
leave
it go
the turtle
so
behind.
so it goes into the temple or into the
Oh,
Right.
nice. Okay,
Oh.
so you're facing
Oh,
it
that's
towards
Climbs it up the
tomb.
ladder.
yeah. So it's just like I don't send it too far in there, but like just enough so it's like sort of positioned that way, but using mage hand, so I don't have to touch it.
All right,
That's actually cool.
All right. And did Noah get his horse back? Was his horse still outside the tomb?
Oh, yes, good question. So you look
Yeah.
for your horse there. You had tied it up there, but once you get there, no, it is not there. And you see, I would say you see very small remnants of a horse corpse.
Well,
Oh
Troll
no.
got him. But
As
Dusty.
though something large perhaps made its way out here and devoured the horse.
out of the well, perhaps.
Not sure what that may have
motherfucker, we had
been,
a
yeah.
choice.
Maybe.
It
Could
could
be a turtle.
The turtle, yeah.
That too.
Well, that sucks.
I'll get
Oh,
you a new
well.
horse. We're back in Waterdeep.
That's why you don't name your horses. You just say horse.
Yeah, I broke that rule. All right, I guess I'm gonna ride on the cart.
Yeah, can I not carry him anymore? And also, I'm not really good at interrogation.
Well, we're bringing him back to Waterdeep for interrogation. Right?
Is this
We
is
don't
this
know.
a
No,
spellcaster?
We should, yeah, he is. We should ask him our own questions first, right? I mean,
We want to get somewhere safe before we do that. So let's get to our
Yeah.
cart.
yeah.
Because he can still cast spells with just his mouth. Or with his hands.
So can my forester ability find us a safe space, not just the cart a safe space?
Meaning you want to try to find a safe place to like rest at this point, or are you trying to find a safe path to the cart?
Well, I'm just trying to understand the rules of this particular game with regards to long rests. Like, would forester...
Oh, I'm sorry, no. So if you were to use this ability to try to find a place to get a long rest, no. So the house rule for long resting, the intention here is the fact that you guys get the hero points that's supposed to carry you in between basically adventure hooks, you might think of it as. So the concept is you go out to the place that you're exploring or you're adventuring at using the resources that you have at your disposal. Once you're done, you head back to a place of safety, get your long rest before you head out to the next place. So allowing this ability to just find a place to long rest would totally blow up that whole concept. So no, unfortunately, this would not be allowed to use for that purpose.
We basically have to rest in a town or something.
At least the cart was safe.
Yeah.
Right, and for example, where it says you are able to identify a safe location to rest, that would be great for doing a short rest, right? So if you guys are out in the woods and maybe you're low on HP and you want to recharge your HP, that certainly would help you doing that, so you wouldn't have much of a risk then of being ambushed in the night per se. But right, to get a long rest, it has to be a true area of total safety.
Cool. Well, Harmony's going to travel as a badger until whenever the time runs out for that.
Okay, fair enough. I believe it is half your level in hours rounded down, so you would have an hour in badger form before you would transform back into your elf form.
If somebody else can carry Verum, then
Fine, give me the little vermin.
I'm pretty good at finding tracks and making sure we're at least making our way back to the correct spot.
I would imagine a giant badger could carry a dwarf, right?
No, with the name giant, whenever you see that, usually you think it's very big, right? But a giant badger is actually only medium size, so it's like the size of a person, like a human. And being that it's only it's got a 13 strength, it would have a really hard time carrying another medium-sized creature.
Useless.
Well, the burrow helped out, right? Like that could have gone a lot of worse ways.
Hey, Rasmus, where do we park the car?
Yeah, do we have... I don't know how we were doing on travel. It's been like 6 weeks since we got in this fucking tomb. Are we close enough to find the cart in the same day?
Well, if you remember, what happened is we got off of the little... When I got off of that little barge, right? They said that they traveled up to the river, they went up the river, and then from that point, we couldn't go any further with the cart because it was too thick. So the cart should be down by the river. So if we just follow our way back down towards the river or find the river at all, we can go back to where that crossing is. So it shouldn't be too hard.
You guys, if memory serves, the distance between where you left the cart and the entrance to the tomb was almost a day's travel.
Okay, so we're not getting back to it tonight.
Probably not right away, no.
Yeah. Well, then we go as far as we can. We set camp in a place that looks safe-ish, and Verum will wake up at some point, and we gotta convince him that he's gonna die if he doesn't stick with us.
It's not convincing. It doesn't. I'm gonna look on his person, Adam. I don't see any mask or anything, do I? It doesn't have a backpack or anything.
Nope, he has been stripped of any personal possessions. Essentially, at this point, he's just wearing clothing.
So no spell focus or anything?
Not that you see, nope.
Hugo will search through his clothing and also bind his arms and legs.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me a blind check there, Hugo.
And can't you people just cast stuffs with your mouths?
Sometimes.
Those ones aren't usually that big of a deal, though.
Yeah, but we could put a rag in his mouth.
Great, good idea. I lift up his head. There you go.
Okay, so you have bound his hands, Hugo. You search through his clothing, sort of doing a pat down, see if there might be anything hidden within his clothing, but you don't find anything in addition to that. And somebody wants to tie some kind of a gag into his mouth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So he is as secure as you think you can make him at this point. And yeah, he's bound up, and Gale, you're holding him. So at this point, you guys are going to just do a little bit of travel and then try to find somewhere to rest at that, is what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I think at least a few of us have tents, so we're not like completely.
So, what time of day is it?
Looking at the sky, it looks to be late in the day, maybe late afternoon, early evening.
Perfect.
Look, guys, I hate being the bearer of bad news over and over again, but look, shouldn't we just hoof it? I mean, it's nighttime. I know it's more dangerous, and obviously we can't see as well. But do we want to just wait all night in hopes that these lizard and snake folks don't come after us? I mean,
Why
You know
don't
what I
you
mean?
do the pass with? Does the pass without trace thing leave footmarks in the feet?
It does not.
Then we do that, and then we cover our tracks, and we go as far as we can, and then we take our rest, and we avoid exhaustion. Because we'll get lost at night trying to find the stupid cart.
Yeah. I agree with that. So before we do our travel, I'll cast Pass Without Trace, and we will hoof it down the river until we can't go anymore. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, I think we remember where we put the cart, so we just head that way, but with pass without trace.
Okay, so that will last you an hour. So you cast that spell, Spectre, and you start making your way away from the tomb and towards the river.
Yep.
All right, about 15 to 20 minutes into your travel here, as you're still heading towards the river, you notice the sound is what you hear first, a crackling in the sky as you hear the sound of thunder, and shortly thereafter it is followed up by a quick rain coming in and beginning to come down. The rain starts as a little bit of rain, sort of a light rain, and then very quickly grows into a solid deluge as water just starts crashing down all around you guys into these areas.
Oh, it must feel so good to have all that snake guts washed off your body and your armor.
Oh yeah.
You guys travel for another, say, 20 minutes or so, trying to slosh through this area. The ground is obviously softer now as the rain is starting to come down hard, and it's been raining a solid 20 minutes or so. At this very brisk pace, the rain is coming down. You start to notice rivulets being formed in the ground around you. Everywhere that the terrain kind of gets into dips and valleys, the water seems to be collecting there pretty quickly and then starting to run down. And as you continue traveling, you can actually see these small rivulets form that are actually solid water, almost looking like little tiny rivers. It's around this time that you find yourself traveling still towards the main river of where the Serpent Tails stream is, when you find yourself in a specific location. We're going to move you guys to this map.
Oh my god, what do we have to do to keep Verum alive?
Oh, it's dark. Adam, if it was dark, I would have had a torch.
It is darkening, so think of it as there's only a little bit of light still in the sky. If you wish to light a torch, feel free to do so.
Is this been an hour, so I'm not a badger anymore?
You've got about 10 minutes left on your badger form. Is that what you'd like to still be in badger form?
Yep.
All right, let me go ahead and just throw badger on here. Oh, let me unlock the token just momentarily. Okay, I'm going to put badger right there. I'll just move the Harmony token to GM layer. Just confirm, Libby, you can still see, right? Oops, sorry, I didn't hear you there, Libby. Are you able to still see?
For the delay, yeah, I can still see.
Okay, perfect. So that means the lighting is working fine. Okay, so as you guys are moving from the northwest to the southeast, you can see again the river or the rain coming down very hard. Again, these are the rivulets that I referred to. So the spacing of these, you can think of them as being very small rivers. But as you're moving in this direction, and again, it's getting later, the light is fading in the sky. It's at this point in time that all of you hear the sound of sort of a low guttural growl that seems to be coming from around you. And as we only have 2 minutes left in our session time here, rather than jump right into this next encounter, we'll go ahead and hang it up here and pick up next week. My assumption is, assuming you guys survive whatever this might be, your intention is to get to the cart and then basically just make your way back towards Waterdeep and following the road. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, and I think interrogate the dwarf.
Yep.
Yep. Get some questions in before we take them to the council and we have no information. I'd like us to get a little information ourselves.
Okay, fair enough. And are you attempting to get a certain distance away before you interrogate him? Or you just wanted to be not right outside the tomb?
No, I think we'll pause on the questioning until the 30 days of travel, so we got plenty of time to.
I see. Okay, so is that the group's so you're going to basically try to keep him knocked unconscious the whole trip, or just bound and gagged?
I don't think we need to knock him unconscious once we get back to the cart.
Benadryl, ether. Yeah.
Yeah, just while we're in the carrying portion, Adam, because we don't want to, like this instance, right? If a battle pops out and he's alive, what if he gets scared and takes off running or something? You know what I mean?
So you're waiting until you get back to the carriage. So again, he's all bound right now, but once you get to the carriage, your plan is to basically just leave him there bound, but not knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think
And we could build rapport with him.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be on the carriage with him, so he's not going anywhere.
And again, just for planning purposes, my assumption is you guys are going to take essentially the same route, which is follow the river, so you're staying out of the worst of the high moor, so not going through the swampy, real thick swampy stuff. Once you get past the moor area, you hit the trail, you're going to take the trail back up, pass through Dragonspear, and basically take the road all the way back to Waterdeep. Are we all agreeing that's essentially the path you're taking?
Yeah, we're going to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what happens.
Perfect. Yep. But
Yeah,
I just want to
until
make
you-
sure, for planning purposes, like if I set this thought and then you guys are like, hey, we go right through the moor, obviously that changes everything. So it's good to know that is going to be your, essentially that is your path. All right.
Yep.
Good deal. Well, good session, everybody. Yeah, really clutch moments here, guys. We had the 30 persuasion check with Diderus, so that was huge. And we had the polymorph saving the day on the greater Boulay. So yeah, very epic moments there to really swing things in you guys' way. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see everybody next week to see what is this guttural growling sound and the trip back to Waterdeep.
It's
I
just
think
a
it's
couple
just our
wolves. guys, we're
stomachs.
fine.
Yeah,
We shall see. All right, have a great night, everybody.
Good job.
Good night.
Good job.
Later, guys.
enjoying.